Ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna need to bring my mic down a little bit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we need to welcome you to the third installment of the DJ Focus podcast, where we focus on anything and everything. You like that? Check it up. It's my new slogan. It's my new slogan. All right, I'm getting the feedback. I need you to bring that my mic down a little bit. Matter of fact, bring the speaker down. We good? We live? We live. All right, cool. Say that. Let's get these viewers up in here. All platforms. Ladies and gentlemen, please share the stream, share the link. Whatever you do, send it out to all of your friends. Oh, we got the call-in ready too. So today is going to be a very interesting episode of the DJ Focus podcast. We're going everywhere tonight. We're going to some controversial places tonight. So tell a friend to tell a friend, because you know how we like stirring up controversy on the DJ Focus podcast. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce you to my illustrious panel for the evening. Give them a round of applause. I'm going to get the round of applause button. All right. So, we're going to start to my right. Even though she needs no introduction at all, we're going, for the people who may not know, we're going to give you, what's your name?
My name is Lola.
And I'm trying to find my little cheat sheet over here. Hold on. Let me get my little cheat sheet right. All right. And what is your occupation?
I am an entrepreneur.
An entrepreneur, okay. And what is your relationship status?
Single.
And ready to?
Mingle.
Yo, resend that to me.
Look.
Single, ready to mingle, okay. And to the right of you, we have lady, what's your name? Shay B, the one and only. And where you from, Shay B?
I'm originally from Brooklyn.
Brooklyn, New York in the house. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Brooklyn. Is it true that Dice Game killed more niggas than cancer? I mean, I heard that on the Little Kim song. I heard that on the Little Kim song one day. Alright, and what is your occupation?
I have several. I'm a server. I work at a little time gig with houses. My mother. I make music. Uber. I do.
Oh, you
She hustling.
Oh, you doing everything.
If it's hustling, you know, yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna teach you that. We're back. It's not live?
No.
It is live, but I can't share it. I don't know how to share it.
It's not live on YouTube?
It is, but I just saw it.
Got four views.
Make sure that y'all get that link and y'all send that link out. Oh, I forgot. It's Lola.
What's up?
I'm gonna ask you this question since I'm gonna ask JB. Your social media. You want to shout your social media out?
Yeah, you can follow on Instagram, Big on Lola. So it's BIG on Lola. Big on Lola.
Big on Lola.
Follow me.
Mm-hmm.
I might follow back. Who knows?
Okay. She said if you follow her within the next 30 seconds, all those who follow in the next 2 minutes, she might get a follow back.
For real.
All right. Okay. And next up, Shay B. You got any social medias?
Yes, I do. You can follow me on Facebook at Shay, 1Y, Boss. And then my Instagram is Shay with 3 Ys _ Boss.
Okay. And to the right of your right, you want to introduce yourself, young man? Black man?
So it's Matt Live. Matt Live.
Oh, pull it that way. Pull it. Yeah. Mm-hmm. There we go. And speak up. Project.
So it's Matt Live. Like I said, the platform is
No, I need your name, your age, your occupation, and your relationship status. If you willing to share. I ain't trying to get you in trouble. I said I got 6 baby mamas.
Apple, Spotify, whatever. And yeah, right now I got a little part-time gig making music though. You know what I'm saying? As I said, I'm on all platforms. And relationship status. Relationship status. Quiet. Single.
Alright, so we got two singles and what was you? You single? Oh, I thought I did. Hold up. Relationship status: Shay B, married, single, independent.
Very
Democrat, Republican.
Very independent. But yes, I am single.
Okay.
I'm single.
I can't get this. I started this little stand today because I wanted to have all this shit accessible, and it's fucking with me right now. Excuse my language. Alright, you know what? I'm going back to the phone. Here, fix that for me. Need my production crew. Alright. And you say you single too, right?
Yeah.
Alright, so we got 3 singles.
I don't know if you know, this is actually my brother.
Oh, that's your brother.
Yeah.
For all the fellas out there, to let you know, she is not taken by the brother with the beanie. The brother with the beanie hat is single
It's my blood.
like a dollar bill, just like this Shay B. Okay. All right, okay. So we got everybody's name, age, occupation, relationship status, and social media platform. Did you want to shout out a social media platform? You did. Did you shout out your social media platform? You did. Okay, all right. Sorry, I was getting the phone right. Leave me alone. All right, we got our, I don't even want to really call him a guest because he really like my co-host slash producer slash, he does a lot. Introduce yourself, sir. I need your name, your age. Now I need you louder. Oh, the mic? Nah, this follow your cord. Name, age, relationship. Look, I'm about to take over the mic. I'm gonna swing that thing right on around. Y'all really gonna make me get out my seat. There we go. Yeah, right there. All the way. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's go. Yeah, leave it right there.
Well, name is Marquise, but
No, that's his. The same one you was touching. Yeah, the same one. The fourth one. Turn it down. Yeah, a little bit. Alright, right there.
name is Marquise, but a band rapper as well, so I go by Professor. You
Okay.
can find me on YouTube. Professor Bars on Facebook. 33, turned 34 this year. Got my associate's degree in criminal justice about 10 years ago.
Okay.
Not working in the field, just went to college and decided I didn't want to work in it.
So you a college educated brother. That's what I'm talking about.
Relationship
United
status.
Negro College Fund. Shout out to the United Negro College Fund. Alright, so we got your name, your age.
Yep, and relationship status, not married, but damn near.
Not married, but damn near. Okay. So it ain't complicated. It's not married, but damn near. I like it. Okay. And did you give your social media platforms?
I did. Well, Professor Bars for Facebook, Instagram, pretty much all Snapchat.
Okay. Alright. So, with that being said, we got the introductions out of the way. We about to get deep on them. Y'all ready to get deep? Alright now. Don't be scared. Listen, I want everybody to speak their mind, and I want you to speak your mind in an honest way. Don't be afraid of being wrong. Don't be afraid of it's all opinion based. So at the end of the day,
perspectives, we want to hear all of it.
we want to hear all the perspectives.
Objections,
All of it.
I want you to argue me if you disagree.
Yeah, yell and scream. Get irate. I hate you, Jody! Alright, so with that being said, right, we're going to get into our first question of the night. I'm going to get to the music interview, but I'm going to save it off a little bit because I think the people is ready for the juice. Alright, so we're going to get to our first discussion topic of the night. And we're going to start right here with Lola.
Okay.
So, Lola, what is your honest opinion of the dating market in 2023? You think it's good? You think it's bad? What's your opinion, your honest opinion?
Garbage.
Garbage.
Crumbs.
Elaborate.
Right now I feel like all the good people take it because, like, it's so hard to be compatible with somebody because it's like everybody don't have, I don't trust, like, mindset now. And this social media stuff is, like, giving people temptation and Like, it's tough out here. So if you're married, engaged, or in a relationship right now, like, cherish that. I want to curse, but I ain't gonna curse.
We trying to clean up the baby language because mama might be looking. We don't know. President Obama might be looking with Melania. I said Melania. I'm sorry. Listen, I ain't into politics. All right, look. Same question for you, Shay. What is your opinion of it?
It's very different. I feel like if I wanted a true love life and everything, I should have been born a long time ago, like way before my time, because the society, the generation out here, like the trend is toxic. You know, the men most of the days I feel like they're just looking for like a second mother.
Wow.
Just saying.
Wow.
If she got it going on, that's all. You know,
Oh.
it's like an old banana with the fruit flies, you know, like, yeah, it's just like, yeah, no. So, yeah, it is, I'm gonna agree, like, it's garbage. It's really.
So y'all both say that, two women on the panel both say that the dating market is garbage.
Very.
So it's hard to find a good man out here.
Yeah, instead of, let me take you on a date, it's, can I come over? Like, or can I come over to where you're at? Or, like, you know what I mean? Like, why do I have to come pick you up? Do you have, like, it's not even about, like, the materialistic thing, but it's the...
So let me ask you a question. Would you say that the entire dating market is garbage, or just the level that you on? Like, you feel what I'm saying? It's garbage. Like, the niggas that you are dealing with. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like my age range itself, like, is just, they're just...
the entire age range.
Yeah.
I can agree there.
Yeah.
You little young whippersnappers ain't acting like grandma and granddaddy used to act back in the day.
So...
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that one right there. Okay, so let's go down to the brother. What is your general opinion of today's dating market? Is it garbage? Is it good? Is it bad? Does it need some work?
I guess for people my age, I'm gonna say this. I'm saying based off what they said, I feel the same way, but I'm a lot more. And this goes for women and men, but this goes for a lot of women too. People don't say that. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. You can't teach an old dog new tricks. And when I say that, that's how it feels right now. You're running into people who trying to hit you with the same shit you've been dealing with, so I understand. It's definitely different right now.
So you think the dating market is garbage from a male perspective?
From a male perspective, it's like a 50-50 right now.
Okay,
For real.
so you think it's better out here for men? Like the dating market, is it better for men?
I feel like it's better because you got women like this who really want somebody, and you're gonna run into them. But you might not be looking for that, but you definitely gonna run into them.
But what if the people they want, like, don't want them? Does that make? I'm just saying, no, because that's a very real reality of the dating market, and a lot of women do date up. So they be like, yo, look, I want him. Oh my God, he got it going on. But it's like, all right, well, what if that person that you want don't want you? Are you willing to date down to kind of expand the market? Lola?
You say date down? Bye. I'm not dating nobody. Not doing at least on my level. Like, I'm not about to build a nigga so he can leave me and go with the next.
So let me clarify the question. I'm not saying date down in the sense of lower than you. I mean lower than your expectations. Like whatever you ideal man is, you willing to lower that to open things up to the dating market?
No.
You should ask that.
You're
What
not?
are those expectations?
Okay.
Like, what?
What are those expectations?
My expectations? Oh my God. Why you got put in the spot like that?
Hey.
I just feel like I want somebody that I can learn from, period. Like, if...
So we're going to ask you some quick questions. You both, right? Real quick, then I'm going to ask you the same question. And feel free to jump in whenever you want, because you know you got that autonomy, you got that freedom. All right, so look, your ideal man you're looking for, is he between 20, what age is he between?
I want someone that's older.
Older? So
Older
between,
than
what would
me.
you say, between what?
So like 29, 32,
20?
34, 36, like up. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
29
I'm not
to
dating-
what?
Huh? To like, I would say 36.
All right, 29 to 36, all right? All right, 29, 30.
Height requirement?
So, race, do you want him to be any color, white, black, Asian?
Black.
Black,
I
okay.
love my kings.
Blue.
But I mean, like,
29?
I'm willing to like be open, but like I don't think that I would want to date a white man. I don't think that I would want to date a white man, but like if it's like a Rican, maybe, I probably
She
would.
said she wanted with a
dark
little bit of
Rican.
swag, huh?
Yeah, I wouldn't
Okay.
think like Asians or white men. Like I just feel like I don't know. I'm too into the culture.
Right. The poppies is closer to our culture,
Yeah.
and there's a lot of arguments to be made that they are us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
In a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
They're in our communities with us. They are brothers.
I'm willing to try that.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So minimum height.
Listen, I'm tall, so like my preference, I'll be like, all right, you gotta at least be like 5'11" and up. But I.
So let's go 5'11". Minimum height.
podcast.
Let's say 5'11". All right.
Yeah.
All right. No, yo, say
You
no.
can be my height too. But
We here
like,
for you to say no. Don't pull back.
nah,
Cause
I
that
don't want to.
inauthenticity gonna show on camera. You got to
Right.
be raw.
Right.
You
I'm
wanna
gonna
give
be
it all,
raw,
girl.
but like, you could be my height and everything, but like, cause like I'm 5'9". Well, I'm 5'8.5", but I say 5'9", cause add that extra in.
Add that extra. Okay, minimum income. Like, what's the minimum income he can make?
Wait for this.
It ain't no problem with a 9 to 5.
No, like per year. Like
Per year,
30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80
Yeah, where you at?
per year.
at least like 50 and up.
50 and up.
50
All
and
right.
up.
50 and
you know
up.
what I'm saying?
Now, you are aware that the average salary is $37,000 a year. You are aware of that, right? So already, just from salary, you dating above average. The top 1% of men make 400 bands. So you already dating above average. So let's see how delusional you are. The probability of you finding a man like that is 1.2%.
It's all good, cause you
Damn!
no, cause
Oh,
you can't
Lord.
even calculate that.
1.2%. All right. Go ahead.
Cause like some street pharmacists, entrepreneurs, so it's like you can't really calculate that in there.
All right, street. So you want me to add drug dealer to the?
You can, cause they got a lot of fun and do a little hustle on the side.
We gonna
Don't do that.
It
no.
only counts salary, right?
No. I'm not. Hey, papi, cállate ya, papi, por favor. Por favor, papi, cállate ya, ahora. Yeah, yo sabe español. All right. So I'm not going to throw the track boys in there only simply because ideally, if you had a man that was getting it without having to hustle, that's who you would want, right? So if we were talking about 80, 100 bands, you still talking about your ideal man is somebody who can make that 80, 100 bands and not have it taken away from him in the next raid.
That's facts. That's
You understand what I'm saying? And not have it taken away from him in the next.
Chill out.
Now, all right, Shay, it's your turn. Minimum age, Shay.
Minimum age at this point.
43.
No.
Not more than 79, he ain't right.
Like my age range is like probably like 28. The
Alright.
highest I would go was like 34.
28 to 30. Wow, that's extremely. I already know your window about to be OD though. All right, black, white, Asian, or it don't matter.
Just those three.
Black, white, Asian, or it don't matter.
I'm gonna have to go with
Or any color or shade.
black.
Black.
Don't matter the shade.
All right, for sake of this, we're gonna throw the Hispanic folks in there. So
Yeah,
we'll put
cause-
black and white. I mean, we'll put black. Oh, you only pick one. All right.
I mean,
But no, we'll just put any shade of color.
I like a
Black.
mixed band too.
All right, so you like mixed men, you like Spanish dudes, you like black dudes, combined. So we'll just put any color or shade. That's more accurate
Yeah.
representation, right? All right, minimum height.
You gotta be my height or taller.
And how tall are you? I should ask that at the
I'm
beginning.
5'6". But if you like 5'8", higher, even better. You know,
So
'cause
money
when
might
I would
play
wear
no
heels
part.
and stuff like that, I don't even be looking like I'm taking my son out. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, but it is what it is.
She throwing jabs. I can't wait to get to the deep shit. I'm gonna smoke her
But then
ass.
again, you know, everything is just saying that you know,
It's gonna be fun tonight.
like short men carry heavy, taller men don't always heavy as certain men.
Oh,
That's just
okay.
what I heard.
Oh, so basically what you're saying is if you want to get serious, you're going above you. But if you want to have a little weekend fun in the inner city, you might get that little short nigga. Let me see what you packing, lollipop.
Hold on, wait. I ain't no friend.
You see what
I'm
you
dating
packing,
a short
sister?
nigga. I'm dating a short nigga now, but now that you said that, I don't know, cause like we ain't get that far yet. But
Yeah.
now I'll keep that in the back of my mind.
Yo, shout out to the short nigga she dating. She said she was serious.
I am seeing what
fucking
I'm
with you.
saying.
I'm
Like,
fucking with
what?
you. Alright, back to shit. I'm fucking with you. You know my dog. I'm just fucking with you. Alright, so minimum height 5'6", minimum income.
This is like a hard one for me because I don't really. I mean, as long as you have a job, you're hustling and doing what you
This
gotta do.
this is the female delusion calculator. So the lower you go,
Okay.
the more
So I
higher
gotta really come
chance.
up with a number.
You come up with a number.
Alright. Annual?
Annually.
Okay.
50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100,
Um,
150.
at least like 30 and higher, cause like
So about 30.
30 and higher.
34. 37. 49. Do-do-do-do-do.
I'm just saying because money doesn't
I don't know.
like money doesn't really matter to me. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just like
So 30 is your minimum.
like that's my minimum. Yeah.
30, alright. 30K a year, 5'6" minimum, any color shade, 28 to 34, and your chances of finding your special man is 60%. Wow.
honest,
Like I said, my Facebook is shady.
So that's a lack. That, you know what? And the thing about it is this.
She said 5'7".
First of all, hold up.
Reasonable. That's crazy.
Why they ain't ask me that?
She's starting at like 6.
Why they ain't ask me
I've
anyway?
had
But then they
boyfriends
gon'
that were like my height.
Yeah.
so
My son's father is like 2 inches taller than me.
So honestly, that's more. It's less of a delusion, but I don't understand why they didn't ask me the rest of these questions. See, they like any marital status, and then they like any weight. Why didn't they ask me that just now? But yet they picked any for you. So any marital status in any weight greatly increase your shit to 60%. Because half the niggas you looking for probably got a woman. So let me see if
You ain't lying, no, you ain't lying. You ain't lying.
So let me see if I can find the right one. All right. So what we have here, and I can guarantee you, if you add in weight and marital status, that thing will even go down. But what we have here is a willful delusion among women to try to find this great man, and it's a small percentage. I give you that high percentage, but they didn't factor in marital status or weight. I gotta find the right calculator to not just give you the any, but to actually factor and calculate that in, right?
That's a damn shame, though. You would think you're looking for a single person.
Exactly.
So I don't know why it's a filter.
I don't even know why they asked that question. So, alright, so back to the initial question at hand, right? What am I gonna say later?
Go ahead.
No, what am I gonna say? I need to know.
Go ahead.
Alright, so let's see. Let's get back to the topic at hand. Where were we at? Okay. So, let's get back to the question. Okay, online dating apps. There we go. That's where I was about to go. Online dating apps versus public meetups. What do you prefer? Online dating or public meetups?
I would prefer meeting in person. That's just my idea, cause like you don't know what you gonna get online. You feel me?
So your ideal interaction is in person.
Yeah.
Because online you might get catfished and such and such and so on.
I agree.
Exactly.
You might be that psycho stalker. Like just,
Yeah.
what I want to see.
And everybody be fake on the media. Like people be making it seem like they getting it, they don't really be getting it. People be catfishing and everything.
So both of y'all say you rather online meetup.
No, not online.
I mean, in-person meetup. Sorry.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the right way.
Okay.
Like the person I'm dating right now, like he saw me at the gas station. Say, yo, you Lola?
Oh, so he already knew who you was.
I cocked my head back like, is that it? You know, he like, so
But he knew who you was
Yeah.
from being online.
No, he knew who I was from somebody else.
Oh,
And
okay.
they added me online, like, I guess one day before he saw me.
Okay.
And
So let me ask you a question. Academy. Well, now I want to get your answer first, and yours. Why not? Would you prefer online dates or in person hookups, in person meetups?
In person for sure.
In person for sure.
For sure. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just way more just natural.
Way more natural.
Yeah, that online shit. Yeah, leave it for the top.
Leave it for the birds. Okay. Okay. So what about you?
Yeah, definitely in person.
You prefer in person?
Yeah, definitely. It's
You gotta speak
I
up.
might look
You know,
stupid in my
honestly,
picture and you see me in person.
in person, it was almost a
Into the
culture.
mic.
It was almost a culture. Like when we was growing up, it was like a how-to on how to do it. Like, you know, like guys would be like, "This how you come up to them," or you be in a group and shit, and then you know what I'm saying, like, "Oh shit, pack a chick," you know what I mean? Like, but now that culture doesn't exist anymore. You know, it's like even if you see like a group of kids outside or at the mall or something, they all on their phones.
Now you gotta slide in the DMs.
Yeah.
Now you gotta slide in the DM.
Like nobody know how to walk up to somebody and
Huh?
really just talk to somebody.
because people scared of rejection.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true. But let me
But
ask
you can get rejection through the
through the online.
yeah,
That's
But
true.
because you don't
different,
get you don't get answered, right? So
Yeah.
so
Yeah, I can take that rejection,
yeah.
Yeah.
but it's an in-person rejection. It's like, you start feeling like you less of a person and
Right.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
What's wrong with me? And she said no. Like, nigga, she probably pregnant. Like, how did you push up on a pregnant
But
girl?
check it
Her
out.
husband proposed to her yesterday. You push it up. She said no. You like, oh, what's wrong with me? No, nigga.
Like
she got a situation.
rejection is unwanted, but do y'all really believe that's the reason that social media has pushed us to talk to people online as opposed to
I feel like social media make you feel like you can find someone better. You feel me?
population
Yeah.
is higher? You need
Yeah.
more people. You know that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's the question I was going to ask next. So y'all saying it's better to meet somebody in person. You gotta wait for that gas station encounter. And if you a person that's starved for relationships, you go to Getty and fucking Wawa every time, like, please, I hope my wife is there. But isn't it better for you to go online where it's an abundance of people, not only online, but abundance of people looking for what you're looking for? Like, aren't you going to open up your chances of finding a better chance of finding somebody who better compatible with you by the inevitable fact that it's more people online?
In hopes that they're telling the
Yeah,
truth,
but
sure.
like, I'd rather someone just come up to me and I just want to see how their demeanor gonna be like. Come to me like, yo, what's up? Like, it could be the simplest thing. I don't want nobody to be in my DMs all the time. You know how many DMs I get on the regular. Like, I don't want you to do that. I want you to come to me and be like, yo, what's good? Like, or something, you know, along the lines, like, you're beautiful. Like, something. Like, I cannot deal with the DM talk. Like,
Yeah, dudes probably got
it's
canned
so
responses by him.
So
Just
what?
have
You got
responses on the
game,
side
like,
just to
what
throw
are
it
you
there.
doing?
You know what? I agree. And fellas, let that be a lesson to you. These women want men with confidence,
Right.
game, and men that are present. They don't
Right.
want people that's hiding behind the back of the shadows and scared to talk. You sit next to that girl at Wawa, you know damn well she your age, she cute, she single, she give you the googly eye. But you scared as hell, nigga. You about to give up your wife, she about to be somebody else's wife. God done placed her in front of you, and all you had to do was say hi. And you wedding bells in 2 years, but you were scared. Now she out here in the strip club, dropping it like it's hot.
Alright.
I'm joking. That was a joke. Alright.
Think too much.
Now she acting a goddamn fool because you ain't saved her from the streets. No, that's a joke. That was a joke. Women can save themselves, although sometimes they need a man to save them. God saves. Alright. Check it out. I don't want to offend nobody. Don't cancel me. we just get started. Phones on mute, please. It's like, nah. Why is this doing this to me? I need my thing brought down just slight tad bit of a yeah. Is that mine? Yeah. No. That's for the calling. Mine will be right. Yeah, a little bit. Right there. Alright, cool. So we got our next question. Well, it's actually an addendum to that question we have right there. Okay? And it is this. First date expectations. Okay? What do women expect from men on the first date? And what do men expect from women on the first date? Lola, we're gonna start with you. What do women expect from men on the first date? And in your opinion, what do men
What?
expect from men?
Okay. I can only speak for my.
Beloved, why are you on the set? Alright, let's get back to it.
For me, like, I'm used to princess treatment. Like, I don't wanna. If we going out, I don't wanna hear no. Like, I'm gonna need you to open my door. Like, I'm gonna need you to do all of this extra. Because at the end of the day, if you don't do it, somebody else will. But, like, I feel like men expectations is like, they just trying to get some cutty at the end of the night.
Oh, so she
Like,
said.
they doing all of this, they want some cutty, but, right thought, but wrong female.
So,
Anyway.
so you're saying there's no men out there who actually genuinely want to form a connection, have a relationship with you already?
Personally, I don't think so, because it's a lot of temptations out here. Like, a dude is probably looking for a better female, better. A dude always looking for something better. But the grass is never green on the other side.
So you just said you're looking for dudes that's above you, right? So would you think that the dudes that are below you are more inclined to?
I'm not even looking below me.
Oh, so you don't even
No,
care?
I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm just not doing it.
As
So-
usual, invisible. Right?
Huh?
As usual, they invisible.
They're
right?
invisible.
I wouldn't say invisible, but it's just like, I've been there. When I was
Okay.
younger, I've been there. I dated bums, like I said before in the first part. I dated
Not
bums
necessarily
before, but
bums.
like, I literally bums, like, dated them, and it's just, no, it's not a good feeling.
So
It's not a good feeling as a woman, because like, I don't want my man to say, oh, we have to do 50-50 or whatever. I don't like that.
But the question, so let me ask you a question. Do you think that the men that
I'm
you,
being honest.
what I'm saying is this,
But
do you think that the men you date, that you're dating, are the ones who just want the cutty? Or do you think if you dated below you, some beta male ass nigga that ain't had sex in a year, you think he'll wait 6 months and not care and still buy you everything you want? I know you dealt with that too. What do you want? Yeah, I got you. I got you. You need
I'm
it?
just
Yeah.
not. I'm just not settling. Like, I'm
Never hit. You at the club with Rico
You
in
gotta
there.
keep those options.
You at the club with
open.
Rico Tico in
No,
there.
Keep those
Real
options
though.
open.
You gotta keep your options open. Like, I'm the prize. Like, I feel like I should not have to go below my means to make somebody else satisfied. No.
Okay.
And I feel like nowadays men be so sassy. They want
Sheesh.
Feminine.
Whoa!
very
Feminine.
feminine.
Triggered.
I'm just saying, like, it be getting so
Triggered.
sassy and it be making you feel like they want to be the female at some times.
They
And
want
it's
you to
like,
open the door.
it's no masculine. They not masculine. Like,
Okay, so I go back. I go back to my question. Do you think that all men are not masculine, or just the beta males that you attract? I mean, not that you're attracting.
I
but
attract all types
the
of men, so
beta-
don't get it messed up. Around.
No, you attract all types of males, but I'm saying the beta males that are attracted to you, that is what we are discussing, is what I'm saying. All right, let me read you some statistics, but I want to pose that same question to you first. Then we're gonna read statistics on Lola. First date interactions. What do you expect from a first date? And what do you think men expect from a first date?
What I expect from a first date. Number one, manners. Like manners. I need to know, like, you was raised right. You know what I mean?
Okay.
As far as like if we go out on a date and everything, yes, I'm expecting you to like pay the bill. I might need the tip, whatever. Like, that's just the person I am, because I'm in a server life. You know what I mean? And like, I just like watching my mother. Like, I see her and her husband. Like, they contribute towards each other. If I do this and you do that, do whatever, compromise. You know what I mean? And I'm all about compromising. That's no problem. Whatever. Secondly, I might ask a few questions, like background, see how you speak about your mother, your sister, your best friend, whoever. Speak about women in general, just so I can get like how you feel about women. You know what I mean?
Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean?
Right.
How you speak about women. If you use the B word
Then
and
you want
this,
it,
that, and
like-
third, that's a red flag for me.
I see
I don't
what
want to
you're
deal with that. You know.
But what are your so you're talking about moral expectations.
Mhm.
You're talking about virtuous expectations.
Yeah.
You're talking about expectations of decorum, how you
I
should
don't
conduct
want. I
yourself.
don't want no horny
thirsty.
thirsty.
Turn off.
Oh, what's your, what you trying to do later after this, and that's gonna turn me off
Right.
immediately. I already know what you want. I already know what your intentions are. Go find out somewhere else.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So let's hear the male perspective. Let's hear the male and speak up. Speak up. Damn it. What do women expect on the first date? And what do men expect on the first date? Oh, I should ask, what do you perceive women want on the first date, right?
Women, most women nowadays, they don't expect you to do everything, but on that first date, you come with what you come with. So whatever you're doing, you're bringing the plan. That's the plan. You're bringing whatever else, and you're doing it. That's what they expect. So that's it.
So no. So expand on that. So what you're saying is that you think that women just only expect you to have a plan.
If we just talking about that first date,
Women don't
initial-
expect you to spend all your money to, she just said she wants you to open all the doors.
I got an example.
Exactly. That's what I should do. I'm gonna just do it for instance.
Okay.
So boom. All right. We going to.
For instance, dun, dun, dun.
We going to the movies.
Okay.
Regular shit. We going to the movies. So what she's gonna expect is for you to get the tickets, the popcorn, the food, maybe dinner after or before, and she's gonna expect that from you.
Right.
That's what you're gonna come with. Now, whether you leave the tip or she does is different. I understand where you're coming from, but most women are gonna expect you to leave the tip, speak, hold the door for you. She's gonna look at everything, and whether you do that or not is up to you. But me personally, yeah, I'm doing that. I'm paying for everything the first date. I'm holding the door open. I'm making sure I have manners. You know what I'm saying? I'm making sure I'm showing you I like you. We on this date because we here.
So basically, women want you to adhere to traditional standards of what a man should be on the first date, right?
It's 2023. I don't even know what traditional is anymore.
Well, I'm just saying, when you I want you to hold my door for me, put your coat over the fucking puddle. You gotta make sure you spend all the money on the first date. You gotta do this. What I'm saying is,
chivalry.
I'm just simply saying,
Nah, don't do that.
women want you to adhere to traditional standards of dating, right?
Yeah, which a lot of people haven't even said the word
First date.
gentleman or even addressed someone as a gentleman in a while, I feel like. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
yeah, that's just
I mean, Shay, you even went as far as to say, if he calling his girl a bitch or his mama a bitch, so you judging him on decorum, how much money he's spending, you basically sizing the
and that
nigga
goes
up.
for females as well. That goes for females as well.
I'm
You gotta
just
listen to
saying.
how they talk, what they doing.
That's just, I know what I'm gonna be able to, this is what I'm gonna deal with. You know what I mean?
No, you guys get the mic, baby. Get the mic now, baby.
I'm basically looking at as far as what I have to deal with, because that's just the beginning. It can be worse than that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Mhm.
okay. What if that's just the beginning and it can be better than that? What if he finding
First
himself?
impression is the best impression.
Yeah, I mean, if a guy is calling his own mother out of her name, then why would he choose?
Alright, so look, let me give you a scenario. I'm in school, I'm in shape, I call my mom a bitch, I'm broke as shit, but I'm in school. I got plans and goals. And I come to you and I'm a little rough around the edges. I'm like, yeah, this bitch trying to make me not finish my last semester in school. I told this bitch and you he calls mom a bitch, but he's actually talking about her and school and then you
I can understand that, but still, I would even stop him there. Okay, I understand that you're upset, but you can't just call a female out of her name. Just
But
because you're upset.
would that cause you to not deal with him at all? Would you count that against him and be like, you know what, fuck this nigga. Even though he got, you would? So he
Yeah.
can check 6 boxes, but if
I
you
don't
check
care.
that, mama call your mama.
Is this
box.
the-
Your
Is
mother
this
birthed you. She risked
It's
her
just
life
the
for
respect
you.
thing, because let's go way back to the 1920s, when females didn't get no respect at all.
Okay.
And now,
Feminism?
all right,
Hold on, we gonna
I'm
get
very
there in a
big. I'm
minute.
very big on feminism, so it's
Oh, I'm about to smoke your boots.
I'm an independent woman. So
I'm about to
it's
smoke your ass. Feminism is a
I'm
hate
I'm
group.
a mother myself, so
Feminism is a
I
hate
put
group.
on my son something like that about me. You know what I mean?
So it
So
wasn't a lack of respect back in the 1920s. It's just y'all women didn't have political rights.
We
But
didn't- yeah.
but think about it though. Back then, this was when men did have that chivalry, which means that women were actually experiencing what you guys are asking for
Submissive.
today. You know?
We was
this is the
submissive
thing, though.
back
Men want women to be submissive now, but it's
then.
I'm not willing to be submissive to somebody that is disrespectful.
Mhm.
If you're not on my level or higher, if you're not at least put 75% on the plate.
I want to get back to that 1920s conversation because I
Okay.
got some information on that. But before that, We're gonna keep it on subject,
Okay.
but I'm gonna get back to that
Okay.
because I got some interesting information I think you want to hear
Okay.
about particularly black women and feminist movement.
Mhm.
The first wave of feminism, the second wave
I
of
wrote a whole
feminism.
paper in Catholic Studies.
You hopefully you did. So we gonna get to the bottom of it now.
That's my
You gonna-
I'd like to hear that though. What was the thesis on?
The thesis was so it was like a whole like topic of like women that went through like mental stuff like that, but back then like they just isolated them, put them in a room, and I don't know if you're familiar with the yellow wall. No, okay, so yeah, I wrote a paper about that as well, about this lady that was dating her husband, like not dating her husband, but obviously they're married, and she just had a baby. She was going through stuff. They didn't know back then, postpartum depression. She's going through stuff. They put her in a room where there's bright yellow walls. Scientifically figuring out that yellow is a bright color, which makes you even go more crazy because like it doesn't help you calm down. Basically just kept telling her like, you just need to rest, you need to rest, you need to do this, you need to do that. Like just telling her what she needs to do, but she's telling them what she needs to do for herself. And she didn't have that right to do what she wanted to do, you know what I mean? Today, that's why I'm just like really big on like females, because I stand on, I'm not gonna have nobody telling me what I need to do for myself. I know what I need to do for myself, you know what I mean? No, I don't need medication. That's not what I want. Maybe I just want to take a walk down the street. Maybe I just want to look at the clouds. You know what I'm saying? Don't isolate me, put me in a room.
So let me ask you a question. If you want to take a walk down the street, right, and I know John Wayne Gacy and Ted Bundy exists, and I'm like, yo, hold up, be careful, and you like, what? I'm an independent woman. I can walk down the street, and I'm like, yeah, but you're vulnerable, and men don't care about that. They'll rape you. They'll act a fool. So my quote unquote, what you view as confinement or what you view as me taking privileges is actually me protecting you. Like I can't protect you if I don't have some sort of control or authority to do that, right? Yes? No?
People gonna learn from themselves, like they gonna learn from their own experience.
Yeah, true.
You could tell somebody what to do, but people grown at the end of the day. They gonna do what they want to do.
The man has a responsibility to
But I'm
protect his
saying
own.
as a
You
female-
kind of give up the
No,
authority when
I'm
you become.
telling you now, like if my dude be like, if he taking care of what he gotta take care of, I'm listening.
Yeah.
I don't give. I'm listening.
Maybe you
He
should
tell
calm
me,
down and
yeah,
go, I
like,
got you, I'm gonna go calm down.
Yeah, like
So,
But
I'm
if I'm wearing the pants in the underwear,
But why
Right.
should you be? You just said
exactly.
you want to
That's
date
what I'm
up,
saying.
so you don't want to
And
date
this is
nobody.
2023.
Okay, but any nigga.
I like
So
to be
spec-
submissive.
Thank you, because the data and the stats say that anybody who are dealing with beta type males, that the relationship don't last long. Like when you in control and women wear the pants, it don't last long because women inherently want to date up. It's their
Right.
DNA.
I
So
don't
when
wanna
you
wear
feel like you
pants, but
dated
if I
down,
forced
you
to-
constantly looking at your options to see how a man can elevate you. So
Like why would I deal with somebody that's
It's
gonna
like-
watch me struggle?
Yeah, it's like, all right, you get to know them.
What?
Y'all go on cute
But what if he
dates,
struggle
and then
with you?
now, like, it's just
sound
like,
crazy.
I'm a female. I shouldn't have to
Right.
be,
Would you want your mom
the,
to go through
the,
that?
the dominant one in the relationship. I just feel like
you feel like a man should be
the male
The
should
male-
be dominant, but also, females are very strong as well.
okay.
So
Okay.
black woman is very strong.
Yeah.
And
So,
sometimes we gotta learn how to shimmer it down a little bit. Let the man lead.
Thank you.
True.
That's good. That's good.
very
That's good.
true.
So
Very true.
So you say in one sentence and statement that you big on feminism, which
I am.
destroys masculinity in many of its components and tenets,
Okay.
and I mean the weaponized version, not just the women need to be able to do for themselves. I believe every woman should be able to do for themselves,
Right.
not just because of the fact that if I die, I don't want you and my kids to be out here suffering and struggling,
Right.
or that you have to run into the arms of another man to get shit done. So I'm all for the empowerment part of it, but there's also a weaponized part of it, right? So you say, look, I'm down with feminism, and feminism destroys masculinity. A lot of its tenets, like toxic masculinity, something like. But then you say you want a man that's masculine and dominant. It's like, how do you have both? How do you have two? If you want a man-
Compromise.
Thank you.
compromise with yourself.
Just compromising with whoever that person is,
Yeah,
like I'm a strong person. I expect you to be even 10 times stronger. You know what I mean? I back you up. You back me up. I know when to shut up. Sometimes when I'm like getting, get out of control or whatever, you know when to control yourself. This, that, and third. This is all about like just being, compromising,
All right, so look,
being neutral, like having a mutual understanding.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
No, I totally agree with the compromise. I just think that the compromise exists within yourself because you like, look, I want a man that's dominant, but I want to believe in feminism and female ideals and female
I feel
empowerment.
like she just.
So it's a common ground. Go ahead.
I just feel like she just want her dude to hear her out, like, and see where she coming from.
Let me speak
and
my
what-
mind when I want to.
Right.
When there's two in the room. Don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I totally understand. I like I said, I feel like all opinions should be respected. But if it's two of us in the room, and I'd be like, baby, then quiet. God damn it. Quiet yourself. Because I surveyed the room. I am the aggressive force in the room. I understand and know when my woman should be quiet. And on top of that, I can't protect you if I don't have authority to tell you, yo, calm your ass down. Men are aggressive as hell. We fighting growing up. We way more likely to commit suicide. We way more likely to put our hands on y'all. Domestic violence. Men is aggressive. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So in that context of men being aggressive, I think women need to tread carefully, a little bit more carefully. But I want to read you you want to say something real quick? Yeah, I want to read you a statistic because you said you're big on feminism, and we're gonna get back to the relationship questions in a minute. But you said you're big on feminism, and like I said, I'm big on the certain components of it. But let me read you something. So it says the first wave of feminism took place in the late 19th century and early 20th century, emerging out of an environment of urban industrialism and liberal social politics. So you heard of the Industrial Revolution. You heard of industrialism and all of this. Pretty much it's a need for people to have more jobs, right? So right along with industry coming along and the need for more jobs, as opposed to giving those jobs to the deserving black people who've been working for free all of this time, they decided to give legislation that empowered housewives to leave their home, stop raising their children, and to take part in the workforce, right? So this ideal that women just decided one day that we want to work too, it's not true. For the vast majority of civilization, we did the work outside, y'all did the work inside. That changed when society had a need for it to change. When industry started coming and they wanted to take your woman out the house and put them in the factory to turn them from housewives to worker ants. So a lot of that coincided with that time.
But
What are your thoughts on that in the Industrial Revolution?
if I'm not mistaken, the reason why women had to go out and work because of the men had to go to war, right?
I mean, in certain regards later on, but remember, you talking about the Industrial Revolution is right. You talking about the
We still equal. If you still taking care of the household, I'm cleaning up, I'm cooking, whatever, I'm doing whatever needs to be done around the crib. That's still equal. You bring home the bacon, I'm cleaning, I'm cooking, make sure the kids straight. That's equal. Having a kid is a full-time job.
So let me ask you a question. Since black women was doing the work already, why not just pay them? Why take the white women out of their homes? Why take, remember, white women's feminism and black women's feminism is two different things. Black women didn't come into feminism until the second wave in the 70s.
Yep.
The first wave of feminism had nothing to do with black people at all. Black women at all. Think about it, they took...
I felt like the biggest argument was when, like, even during that time, the 19th century, when they started the Industrial Revolution, after that is when women realized they wasn't getting paid the same. And that really became like a big thing.
Paid the same after the Industrial Revolution? Okay,
So that's when the equality came up and all that. So.
yeah, but it wasn't just that they weren't getting paid the same because they weren't getting paid at all because they weren't working. So it wasn't just that they weren't getting paid the same. And when you deal with that dynamic, okay, like I said, black women, white women, feminism, two different things. So we talk about white women who came in the 1920s right along with the Industrial Revolution. I'm not saying some of them didn't want to work. I'm just saying the industries and the government and the Industrial Revolutionists had a vested interest in getting your woman out the goddamn house and getting her into the workforce. So
there's a lot going on in that household too. Like men got away with a lot.
you say what?
Men back in the day, I just feel like men got away with a lot because women were so just like, like it's a standard. Like, okay, yeah, come home, take my shoes off, pour me a glass of whatever, make sure dinner's ready, do this, do that. Follow routine. Probably not even asking if she's okay or not.
And you felt that you were oppressed and subjugated because of that.
I mean, they did a whole protest about it. You know what I'm saying? They
Okay.
they eventually they grew enough strength to come together to, like.
Okay, so you had to give me my shoes and
women
pour.
rights.
So you had to give me my shoes and pour me a glass of wine, and you were oppressed. But I had to go out and fight wars and build the world. Okay, so.
I'm just
So-
saying.
So we had to go out and risk our lives, fight, die, build the world.
But what if that man is like slapping her if the food ain't cooked a certain way that he wants it? What if he gets
That's
angry because
DV, that's a different
now he's
argument.
drinking and now he's
I know
angry?
what's wrong.
Yeah.
That's, you want to get on this
Yeah,
couch?
they be drinking.
Get your ass on the couch. What you talking about?
They can't cry for help. They're not allowed to. You know, they're not allowed to.
Who's not allowed to?
They're not allowed to because the men back in the world, back in the day, like they, oh, he did what, oh, whatever, you'll be fine. Like go back home to your husband and continue to deal with that. You know how many women have died?
So are we talking about DV? Are we talking about DV? I can't say it on YouTube because they'll be.
Yes.
So we talking about DV?
Yes.
Or we talking
Is that
about
also
oppression?
You know, Oprah Winfrey didn't really go through all of that, right?
I'm not even talking. No, listen.
Are we talking about DV or are we talking about oppression? Because like if you say like yo, a woman is being treated badly at home.
They've been through a lot of. This is where I go back to the whole the yellow wall stuff. You know, if y'all want to go ahead, take your time, look that up. When a woman is going through something and everything, like everyone's ignoring that. You know, everyone's focusing on the man of the house and what he's doing and how he's providing. No one's focused on like what she's going through or dealing with or anything.
I disagree though. I push back on that because I feel like when we go out.
Why y'all can't worry
Let's all
about
speak
us
on-
You can't
females?
lock her
Let's
in
all
a
speak
room
on this
on
and
the
see if
postcard.
we
How she
agree.
supposed to get
Go ahead,
rid
go
of
ahead.
it?
Speak on it.
Let's see
Speak
if
on
we
it.
agree
Speak on it.
because
Yeah. I'm opening up because me and her been going back and forth.
I
So
feel
let's
like,
go.
I'm gonna say this before I even say what I want to say. At this point in time, it has been brought up, but now they're starting to talk about how men feel.
Okay.
Period. The fact that we're still doing all of this, everything we gotta do, but now they're starting to realize, okay, he got feelings too.
What do you mean? No, elaborate, because
I'm gonna let. I think he got something to say.
Hold
about
on.
No, that's
Y'all
your
never
man.
want to talk about y'all feelings.
No,
we do.
no,
Y'all don't.
No, we do.
It's been times that I dealt with people and they don't want to talk about their feelings. They don't want to say anything along.
I don't want to get off
And I
topic.
be like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? Trying to press the issue, and I'm not about to keep pressing the issue if you really don't want to talk about it. What can we work with if you don't want to talk about it?
Yes, you can use the bathroom. Listen. You got weed. Alright, yeah, because I want to finish speaking with you on this feminist discussion. Even though it kind of moved off into a tangent, we're going to get back to where it goes. And look, you just said men don't want to talk about their feelings.
Y'all don't.
But-
Y'all
but-
don't.
but-
And I feel like if I'm your space, your safe space, I feel like you should be able to want to talk to me about anything you're
I'll
going
say
through.
that some
And I
men,
just,
if some men feel
Okay.
like they don't want to tell you about how they feel, it's probably because they feel like you might use that against you.
exactly. I mean, think about it, right? Like,
Women have walls.
I think somebody calling in the line. Did you put the number up?
Women put up their
Yeah.
wall. We put up
who
our
is
wall
that?
Let's see if somebody calling the line. Hold up. Hello?
Put on.
Yeah. What's your question?
hold on. What's your name? What's your? What is it?
Turn the, hold on. Let me turn the echo down. Hold on.
Who tuned into this podcast?
Alright, what's your name, bro?
Alright, man, what's up, man? How you doing? My name's Hefe. You know what I mean? Shay know me. Shout out to Shay. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Let's go ahead and tune in for it. But yo, my question is, y'all, listen. So women, y'all want men, when we first started talking to y'all and everything else like that, y'all know y'all be having your little options. We be having options too. Listen, y'all want to know about the options? Because you know about the options, you might be able to get something popping. How y'all feel about it?
So wait. Let's clarify your question.
Is that
You
Hefe?
saying, yeah. So you, hold on. Repeat the question. Hold on. Let me hear that one more time.
Alright, so listen.
Uh-huh.
Because we as men, sometimes we close the door before we can even have the door all the way open.
Okay.
So I'm saying, when we get into the talking stage, we find a new girl, we like it and everything like that. I'm not for closing the door, so I'm like, yo, do I tell Shorty about the other options that I had too? Because she might like the options too.
Oh, I mean,
Hold on, wait. wait. Is you asking this for a girl bisexual?
I think he asking this question for the ladies. I want to. Hold on. Let me turn the speaker up.
That question is, do y'all want to hear that? Would y'all rather have that honesty, like, no, listen, because then y'all be wondering why niggas be looking at these little wandering eyes and shit. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, because the nigga had mad options and you came along. You know what I'm saying?
So I think his question.
Like, you know what I mean?
I think his question is basically, would you rather, if a man got options, would you rather him say, look, this is my option, you my option, can y'all work together so that we all have a cohesive life? Is that what you're saying?
My brother, you just read my mind.
Alright, here we go. Here we go. So that's the question. Thank you for calling in, Hefe. Will you got anything else? You want to shout your social media out?
Nah, man. Hey, just follow me, Hefe, that guy. Hey, listen, when the Shay's next performance is, y'all make sure y'all come out and tune that in.
Hey, I like that.
Alright, y'all have a good night.
Alright, so that's the question. Should you at any point say, listen, should a man say, listen, I'm a high value man, I got options. Keeping it a whole 100 bands with you, I got this woman, and you. I want to keep y'all all, but y'all won't let me keep y'all. I can take care of all of y'all, but if you give me a chance to, let me just let you know these is all my options. Maybe y'all can go on a date together, work together.
Keep in mind.
What you thinking?
Keep in mind. I'm gonna let you answer, right? But he gave y'all the delusion calculator. So this is the high value man we're referring to. So this is that 1%.
I respect honesty. So if you telling me it's me and a couple of other females that you're dealing with, that's cool. But make sure you treat me the best. Like, I don't care about the other.
So you down with polygamy?
No, I'm not down with. I'm not down.
What that is.
No, it's not.
So you're not down with polygamy?
No,
you just saying
absolutely
you
not.
can have side bitches as long as I'm number one.
No, for real. Because at the end of the day, a dude will do what he want to do. Like, you cannot.
That would be polygamy because you're giving him permission as opposed
He
to
could
cheating.
go. He could go.
But for how
No.
long?
If we in a relationship, or we just talking.
But for how long will you deal with that?
No. I'm saying is we in a relationship or we talking.
If
that's the thing. If we're talking, I don't care who you talking to or
No,
who you dealing with. But we're in a relationship.
I think he's saying, look, listen, I'm a high value man. I'm one of the niggas that tell all of y'all. Listen, I'm one of the niggas that tell all of y'all, I ain't trying to date. But now I done found 3 girls who I really love. And I'm like, damn, I really can't choose. So now I'm in a dilemma. Like, do I end up on child support for the rest of my life and lie? Or do I just be like, yo, listen, all y'all go together, y'all go shopping together, I get you a house in Malibu, you a house in Cancun, we go on vacation together.
I'm selfish.
You got friends, all your friends is girls anyway, so y'all can be friends.
I'm selfish, baby. Ain't none of that going on. If we talking, that's
So
a
you're
different
admitting you're selfish, so you're admitting you're saying no because of a flaw inside yourself. Like,
nah, ain't no flaw about
No,
nothing
I'm
about me,
joking.
but I just don't want to share.
And there's nothing wrong with that. When you've been, I'm not gonna say there's nothing wrong with that, but when you've been sold on an idea of man and wife, only one and one, since Cinderella and Snow White, you feel me? I mean, vilify every other option. I ain't trying to do polygamy, me myself, but I'm just saying, for the men that who are, if you as a suitor for him, it's like have been, you know what I mean, like basically conditioned against a man having more than one wife. Now that's gonna affect your decision. You're like, what, nigga? I don't want to share, but you end up sharing anyway because he cheats on you. All high value men end up cheating.
And that's when you leave.
And because you got to
And
know
then
your
you leave.
self-worth at the end of the day.
Oh, so you leave.
I'm not tolerating none of that cheating because you'll be mad if I'm out here cheating.
Okay, that's true. I agree with that.
I'm not staying.
You know,
bro.
and that's
So let me see. To keep him from having 3 wives,
My tolerance
three
for
girls-
men is just like once you onto the next, like that's it. Like
on to the next.
onto the
See,
next.
look.
That's my motto. Like,
Guys,
that's
look.
my that's
And
my
that's
thing.
Oh, so it's okay for you to have more than one man as long as you get rid of the first one first.
I'm saying if I'm dealing with you and you do some crazy stuff or whatever, like, and then like my main thing is honesty. You know what I'm saying? If we're in a talking stage, I understand we're not in a committed relationship.
Right.
So if you're doing something with somebody else, let me know about it. Give me that option.
So that's the
Accept it or
brother's
not.
question.
Yeah.
He said, "Can I call you and tell
Oh,
you
of course, you can
me
tell
and
me. Give me
Shaniqua
that.
from 3rd
But
Street
just
got
be-
something going
Just
on"?
be ready for my response. Either I accept it or not.
Yeah.
You know what? If you're dealing with so and so and so, I'm good because I'm the type of person that if I'm dealing with a person, I'm going to reserve myself for just you.
Right.
So what if
Until
he?
I know that, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not the type to.
Alright, so let me
I'm
ask you
really
this.
get into it because females and guys are different. Y'all can sling and slip in and everything whenever y'all want to. As far as females, health wise,
So let me
all
ask
that,
you a question.
you can't do.
Let me ask you a
You
question.
don't
She
respect
can
your
get
body.
Lola, let
Our
me ask you
bodies,
a
our
question.
bodies are simple.
Women
You know
can't
what I'm
usually
saying?
admit that shit.
Hold on, let me ask Lola a question. You meet Drake in Houston on your next day. You drop by
Nobody
his
seen
house.
BMF
Oh,
last episode.
hold on.
Nobody seen last episode of BMF.
Hold on, guys. Hold on, guys. You see Drake on your next
I don't
joint,
even
right?
really like light skin.
Alright, not Drake, whoever the hell, I don't know, nigga.
Meek Mills.
Meek Mills. Alright, you see Meek Mills on your next shit. Right? Nigga got, boom, you beat him. He like, oh, yo, John, you gotta stop that, man. I'm sorry. So you meet Meek Mills on your next show, on your next set, right?
Right.
Now Meek is like, yo, listen, I'm really feeling you, damn, girl, that thing fine. I want you to be, and I want you to be, and I want you to be, you special to me, and I'm gonna buy your house in Malibu, and I'm gonna do this, and that. All you gotta do is accept my other two. You like, what? I don't share. I'm gonna do my own thing. Now, it's better for you to live in existence of jumping around to men, hopefully trying to find who you are, I ain't saying having sex with men, I'm saying jumping around with men, as opposed to taking a real life commitment from Meek Mills simply because you had to share his commitment. Even though
I'ma tell
Even
them
though
straight
scripture,
up.
nature, and everything else say polygamy is not bad.
I mean, at the end of the day, no, it's not.
Listen,
I
we gonna
just
bring
feel
you
like
on next week.
If that's the case, I'll just tell
No
him.
talking off camera, nigga.
I just tell him like we could just be friends because I'm not about to keep sharing my dude with that's not no. Hell no.
Hold on, time out. Didn't they teach you when you were 6 that sharing is caring?
It is sharing the kid, but not your man.
Listen, I need
Sharing is
I don't want y'all
caring.
to be.
Respectfully, there's still guys out there, like I said, we still gentlemen, including myself, because we still just want that one lady.
Well, that's what I'm saying though.
That's what I like.
So look.
So
I'm not saying you can't.
Share
We're not here justifying cheating, right?
Right.
We're not justifying it. We're saying though, like, he's going to have options. That high value man, when he gets rid of you, he loses out on nothing. You get rid of him, you lost out on something. You're probably not going to come across it. Yeah, probably.
That's it.
Alright.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
sharing.
it's an expectation.
And this is why I
Okay.
go back to feminism.
Okay, yeah, let's bring
Why
it
we
in.
strong and need to stay independent. And when this is me, right? I make sure, credit good, all this good, got my own crib, I got my own car, I got my shit together. In case I do need to do whatever you provide for me, that's cool. But whatever we go separate, I'm not losing out on nothing because at the end of the day, I still got my own stuff going on. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna ever depend on you too.
Right.
Get a crib,
You're
get
not
my
living,
car.
you're
get
not
me
losing
this.
out on anything except for love, companionship, emotional connection,
Not
father,
really,
children,
not-
husband. What?
Not, I mean, not
Damn!
not
A
even-
man has been reduced to his
if
financial
both his
ability.
eyeballs are not just on me, then what's the point?
A man has been reduced to his financial ability and his financial ability only. Wow.
Y'all ever seen He Got Game?
Wow.
Y'all seen that movie?
Yes.
What did they tell him to watch out for?
Lola got you. She said, she asked me on the low. That's professionalism. God damn it, I got to take it.
Y'all stressing me out.
Y'all got to take my break.
She seen the movie.
Alright, so listen.
Hold on, I wasn't finished. Hold
Alright,
on.
go ahead. Do your thing.
You seen it?
Yes.
You seen He Got Game? You seen it?
I seen he got game.
Okay, alright. So, what did they have?
I'm gonna go ahead and use
Well, hold on. Listen. What did they have on Stay Away From? What was they telling them? There was advice they was giving. What did they have on Stay Away From?
Is it gold diggers?
On which movie we
Girls.
just love and
Girls.
basketball?
Girls, listen. I want y'all to. So I want y'all to understand that as a high value man, they're very busy, right? So
Right.
they're really working about 70 to 80 hours per week. They're not going out looking for chicks.
So how do you have time for multiple?
That's my point. So what I'm saying is like, it's the expectation of the women coming after them that we want to get to women who are going for them as a husband. You know, because it's gold diggers, right? So
Yeah.
they just doing their thing, right?
Yeah.
And they have the mission. He doesn't have the mission to go looking for them. So what we giving y'all is an expectation that all of these women are going to go after him on a daily basis. You're not going to be seeing him for 70 to 80 hours per week. What are you expecting as far as infidelity go? And so when he gives you that option of saying, hey, I'm going to have a lot of chicks coming at me, but you the main.
Yeah, see, that's
why you will be reasonable, right? Because I know
because
you
I
already
got
mentioned
my
it.
answer. That's
Yeah,
why I said
$30,000,
like you don't gotta be no billionaire to please my heart because at the end of the day, money don't make you happy.
Yeah.
So you rather have a billion? You rather have a loyal broke nigga than a cheating billionaire? The fact that you even gotta think about this shit?
It's not that I gotta
Let me
think about
tell you
it.
something,
You're
sweetheart.
asking me this?
Let me tell you something, sweetheart.
The
The broke nigga gonna cheat too.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
You gonna be like, I'm gonna stick with this broke nigga because he might not
thank you,
cheat.
because it doesn't matter
That
how much
nigga gonna
money
cheat
a
too.
guy has in their pocket. They're gonna do whatever they want to do.
Professor Hartley, I'm not gonna use it.
If they're not happy, if they're not happy at home, they're gonna do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying?
Alright.
And
That's
that's where it goes back from. I have two options now. All
That's
right,
the
I can
difference,
use
though.
you for your money and stay with you, and do me on the side, or leave you
Alright, but you
because
the
yeah.
dude that's possibly going to cheat that you said that doesn't have.
Keep going.
This nigga's a clown.
Go ahead, go to the back.
Aggravated.
So you said that the dude that's a high value man can cheat as much as the dude that's not.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes,
But what I'm
yes.
saying is that the dude that's not a high value man, alright, he has the time to go looking for it, number one.
Right.
Alright? And then
And if you got the time, then I don't know. Shorty might be doing something a little wrong. Just saying.
that's,
Just saying.
so with him, like it's a lot less of a chance with him though. Like if he's gonna go and cheat on you, it's pretty much like a problem in the relationship.
That's what I'm
because
saying.
you so
You know,
because you
somebody
got,
not doing something right.
which is why I wouldn't want to compare it to, you know, being in a relationship with a high
Somebody-
value dude when, you know, he's giving you that option of like, hey, I might have some chicks, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, like I said,
It's just all about lifestyle. It's all about like what kind of woman you are. Like, can you see yourself dealing with a
Yeah.
guy that is openly telling you that he's dealing with other females and you're cool with that? As long as you're getting fed, as long as you're, I got your hair, your nails, da 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 da. Materialistic, materialistic. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For that shit is not gonna last for a long time. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, does that shit really make you in there happy? You know what I'm saying? Does he actually like really show you love without buying you shit? Can he look you in your eyes and have a deep conversation with you for 30 minutes without getting a phone call? You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's where I go back to, like, I'm not saying, like, I'll settle for a broke nigga or whatever, or, like, it doesn't really, like, that's what I'm saying, like, it doesn't matter to me how much money a person has because that doesn't tell their personality for real.
Yeah, true. Well, you know, when we say high value man, we don't put a number on it. It's just you're automatically making that type of money, you know. But let's put high value man under the category of ambitious. You know
I
what I'm
need me
saying?
a high value man. Where you at? But I ain't sharing.
That's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Beyonce, Jay-Z, you don't hear too much about
I
that.
mean,
So-
I ain't even gonna speak too much in this podcast, but yeah, I only deal with high value men.
You only alright, but in one sense though.
What? Huh?
But in one sense though.
Exactly. She don't share.
Right, I don't
Okay.
share.
Right.
She gotta be the one and only.
Yeah. Thank
The one and
Thank
only.
you, Shay.
You will.
Period.
No, no.
All right. So what's up?
So-
so how you feel?
But well, since the email coming back, but I had a question before you left. You was
Yeah.
mentioning and they don't like sharing their feelings.
Oh yeah, they don't.
So
I really dealt with men that don't want to share their feelings, right? And as a woman, it just made me feel like, damn, like,
You gotta keep
I'm not your safe place or nothing. Like, what the hell? Like, I'm easily to talk to.
so for the
So
majority,
I just feel like, why
So
you
like
don't want to
majority-
talk to me?
majority of the time they think that you don't really share their feelings, like wanting to lose respect for them.
I won't do that. Though. I
So,
won't do that.
Yeah, like
If
based
we
on
working,
longevity,
if we working towards something, I won't do that.
based on longevity speaking, when have you tried to tell them you can't speak your mind, speak your feelings?
Yeah, I mean, especially
I-
since you.
Was it?
Literally, I got the vibe where it look like we could just be chilling. We could be kicking it, and that person is just.
First of all, let me tell you something, and this is a reality and a fact. When women get emotional, they scream at people, maybe will burn your clothes or some shit, whatever. They might even snatch you. When men get emotional, they turn into fucking serial killers. A man with emotion is not a good thing. A man with aggression and power that is ruled by pure emotion will create devastation. Could you imagine? Let's look at some of the greatest wars in history. Let's look at like Troy, right? The nigga, Troy, in the movie Brad Pitt, he
So
took
my son Achilles.
look Achilles. That's what I was looking for.
That's my
Fucking
son's name,
Achilles.
Achilles.
Achilles took the princess of Troy, caused the whole war over this. So it's two emotions involved. Mad people dead. First Achilles, because he couldn't control his emotion. The woman, she couldn't control hers, but that's normal. And then, not to say y'all emotional creatures, but then the king of Troy couldn't control his emotions. So they killed 10 million people over a chick. I don't know if that was the numbers, but they killed mad people over feelings and emotions. You look at serial killers, Ted Bundy, whoever, they emotions got the best of them. I want this right now.
Jeffrey Dahmer.
Jeffrey Dahmer. When men get emotional and are tasked with just being emotional and not charged or being consequences for being emotional, people fucking die. So I'm just saying. And on top of that, they become beta males who y'all already said y'all don't want. Y'all don't want beta males. Y'all don't want men who can't control shit. Y'all want a dominant man. That's why women like getting choked. I wish a chick would choke me.
I don't mind a man being like open to me about his emotions.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Think about the man's emotions though. Like there's certain stuff that he asks.
The last
of you.
part was a bit too much.
Listen, right? So
Sorry.
there'll be certain stuff that he
Joke.
asks of you that you wouldn't probably want to do, for example. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So then it's like it comes back to you guys don't really want to listen to it anyway. So what's the point of me saying anything?
Are you speaking for everyone?
No, not
Or because
in the sense of like, for example, let's say like he feels some type of way about how you dress.
Hold on, real quick. Call in 484-358-4787, 484-358-4787. Tune in, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, YouTube, Bigo. Every live stream we on, make sure you share the link and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Though.
It can be something small as that. He don't like the way you dress. You wouldn't change.
but did he meet her like that when she was dressing like that?
I mean, why? Sure, why not? At the
Okay,
same time,
so
I wouldn't have no
So
problem
it-
with that.
So like it doesn't matter. at
It's a
what
respect
point in
thing.
time,
That's a
right?
respect
Yeah.
thing. That's a respect
I wouldn't
thing.
have a problem with that. He'd be like, babe, I don't want you
You
to
know?
dress like that. Da, 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 da. All right, babe, so what you want to put, like, what you want me to put on?
Right.
Like,
See, y'all are the exception to the rule. Because today's feminism and feminists is like, the male patriarchy is telling me I can't show my body because they really want to oppress me because they don't view me as being equal to them. And guess
I'd
what?
rather be
Men
covered
wear
up.
no shirts, so why can't we wear no shirts? And they totally disregard shit like, because you feed children off them and they're bigger and they're sexualized
I'm not
and
even gonna lie, that you got it.
that we want to see. This is the problem with feminism. Y'all don't understand that the true feminism is to be empowered within your femininity.
Yeah.
Not to act like niggas.
No, of course.
So look, y'all want to act like
no, I
men.
don't want to act like a nigga, but like,
I'm not
I
talking about
go
you. I'm
off
talking
what-
about modern day feminists. They act like men and then they
I'm
vilify
gonna say, I go off
masculinity.
How you act, that's how
Don't
I
be
act.
masculine. Except when I cut my
If you
hair
act
like
a
this and
certain
talk
way,
like this.
I'm gonna act
Then
a
I can
certain
be
way.
masculine.
I'm not about to
Then
be-
masculinity counts.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm sorry, Lola.
No, I still believe in the whole like.
Sorry, Lola. So,
Oh, I'm not tick for tat, but if you act in a certain way, then why I can't act that way? If you dating multiple people, why can't I date multiple people? Why I gotta sit here and wait for you?
oh, I know why. Can I answer that?
Why?
If I date multiple people, I have kids by 4 different girls. I know I'm the dad, they know I'm the mom. We got 12 of us. Be fruitful and multiply.
Thank you.
You have kids by 4 different dudes. We're on Maury. You are not the father.
No.
Case closed.
No.
Paternity card.
If dating
For
don't have to
millions
necessarily
of-
mean you're messing with them. Dating could be like you going on dates, we chilling, we vibing. It don't have to mean that we're, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay, so we go back to the beta male from the beginning of the conversation that will do everything for you but not actually get to the draws. And I'm not saying this as a way to play you out. I'm not saying this as a
I'm
way to
feeling.
play the ideal of beta males out. Because at the end of the day, you don't like them. You just say y'all want dominance. Now everything y'all saying is telling men to be not dominant. Like
No.
you want
It's
them
not.
to adhere to traditional ways when today is anything but traditional.
I just want to do to be understanding.
If I open,
Like if you're acting a certain way, I'm gonna act the same way you're acting.
you should.
I'm not about to be on some.
Definitely
I'm gonna
should.
just let him do him, and then I'm gonna just sit back and relax. No, it don't work that way.
No, I understand, but don't be rolling your eyes at me because you mad at me. Lola mad at me.
But
Alright,
nah, I feel
Lola's
like
mad.
so many women
Lola,
nowadays
you have
will quote unquote leave you alone and you'll leave them alone because it's like
Alright,
you doing the traditional thing.
listen, this is the reality of the fact of the matter is.
You say you asking them how they doing, you seeing what they eat, whatever the case may be, you doing the traditional regular shit, and it's like, yeah, some now it's like, nah, you're boring.
Yeah.
Alright,
You heard
so
me, yes.
I got a question. So example, say you're dealing with this girl, right? And every time you come to her crib, it's like a different man item at the crib. So how would you feel about that?
You said a man item? First
Yeah,
of all,
like the first time
you
you
got
come
to
to
school me on the new girl lingo. What the hell is a pair of drawers?
right, like,
When I was coming up, an item was two people together.
I wouldn't say
We an item.
I
Let
would
me-
briefs. So like I would just say like, alright, you see a pair of man's sneakers there, right? You're like, alright.
Alright.
And then the next time you come, you see a do rag there. And the
So
next
listen-
time you come, you see like
I'm gonna be
I
honest.
don't know, a brush.
I'm
Like
You
a-
asking me?
But then
I'm just
at the
saying
same time,
in
you're probably
general.
doing you too.
Right.
Okay, so let me answer that question.
So,
Go ahead.
What?
Go ahead. I'm gonna let him answer.
well, no one respects anything that's easy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alright. So,
And
women get sex a lot easier than men. Understandable?
you think so?
I know so. Alright. Okay, alright. I need to ask y'all a question. Have y'all ever had a man turn y'all down from sex?
No.
Not once, right?
Ooh!
Not once, right?
I-
Not once. Not
You
once
just
have
set
you
them
ever.
up.
Not
Oh, that
not
was
once
ugly.
have you ever been turned down from sex. However, a man would have to put in that work for it. So therefore, every last chick that he slept with, he had to put in work to get. Now, some might have been easier, but nowhere near as easy as it is for a chick to get a dude.
That's true.
No.
I don't know, like
If you walk into a barbershop right
You
now,
gotta be
and
that
if you
nigga.
walk into
You
any
gotta
barbershop
be
in
that
America,
nigga.
Lola,
Yeah.
and say, excuse my language, come in the back, I'm sucking, they gonna all line you up. If I walk into a beauty salon right now and say, come in the back, I'm gonna eat all y'all, they gonna lock me the fuck up. I'm going to jail. So I'm going to jail and they gonna look at me, this creep nigga, y'all gonna jump me with your hair irons and fucking stilettos. So the thing is, inherently it's easier for women, and that's because women have always been the prize. Y'all are the prize. That's why it's valued. See, y'all think we putting y'all down when we say, don't have sex. No, don't do this. We not putting y'all down. The reality is we placing y'all up.
And
Because
unfortunately,
a woman's value has always been derived from
the fact that a man can sleep around and get that
Part-
praise though, because we have to work for it, that is a double standard. But however, that's about the only double standard that.
y'all,
Is
you
it
see
gets
how
you?
y'all try to flip the script.
no. I
Unless
think
you name one,
I think this leads us into our next question perfectly though.
Men
This
don't
leads us
fuck
into
with
our next
emotions
question.
like that. Like women.
Get on the couch. Hey, get on the couch and shut your ass up. We not doing nothing from the back end. Bring your ass to the goddamn couch. Nigga said, what? When I get my
Right,
shape
he
up
got a
next
lot to
week.
say over there.
My nigga said, when I get my shape up next week, I'm gonna come go do what I had
Yeah,
to
I
do.
can't get on camera, bro.
Something's ringing. Alright, listen,
I
hold
just
up.
got experience.
That brings us to our next question, which I think is right on line with the topic that we having right now, today, at this moment. Okay? And that is this. If you're looking for a serious long-term relationship, should you have sex on the first date? If you're looking for a long, serious relationship, should you have sex on the first date? Because y'all saying that
Don't do it.
niggas is running around here thirsty. Y'all saying niggas is all running around here like beta males. Y'all saying
But women
niggas better
control
hold
sex
your
to
door.
sex, right?
Hold up. She
Women-
said, you better hold my door, spend your money, not call my mama bitch, act like a fool. So we gotta do all of this, and we can't even expect in 2023, where women are fucking for no reason, excuse my language, we can't even expect no toilet at the end of the night. Y'all still wanna hold us by a traditional standard. Alright, let me stop. Let me just ask the question. 2023.
Down the rabbit hole.
2023, what is your opinion on sex on the first date? Damaging or not?
It all depends, to be honest. Like, cause if you some girls that go like a long period of time and not doing nothing, and like, I don't know, like you really, if the connection, no, I'm just saying, like, if it's a connection there, why not? You feel me? You gotta see what you get yourself into anyway.
Okay,
Connection.
okay.
Define it. Define it, connection. I want to hear about this.
Yeah, we want to hear
This-
more,
this-
Lola.
this
Like,
funny
if
connection,
I'm just
yeah.
saying, I'm not saying.
This
I'm
connection
just
when you
saying,
justify
like,
having sex on the first
everybody
date.
grown though. Like everybody is grown. Like if it just naturally happen, it just naturally happen. But like if you gotta force it and all of that, then it's just really not there. You just gotta fill it out. It just all depends.
He look like he got something to say. I want to hear his opinion.
I'm just
Okay,
saying,
go ahead, please.
it just all depends for real. Like, it just depends on your demeanor or whatever. Like,
So it depends on how you act and whether or not sex on the first date.
yeah, it depends on everything. It depends on how everything flow. Is y'all intoxicated? Is y'all not? Like, it just all depends on everything and the variables that's gonna.
I agree with the it depends part. I definitely agree with that.
It definitely depends.
It
definitely
depends.
on the chemistry level,
Right.
on the whole interaction. Like it's just
Exactly.
like I don't necessarily agree with sex on the first night,
Mm-hmm.
but like she said, it depends on the circumstances. So it really depends. It's a heavy topic. I'm not gonna lie because I'm just like
It
the type of person.
depends.
It's like.
It really depends.
Like
It
if
does
we
depend.
for some reason end up in a bedroom by the end of the night, that's crazy. But I mean, hopefully.
See, the problem.
And the scary part is like if it's not good, then damn, you're most likely not gonna. I'm not gonna hit you up.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You gotta show out on the first time.
Like you know what I'm saying? Do your thing. Like you gotta do your thing. Like if you get the opportunity, take advantage and show me what you got.
So, y'all was just calling niggas thirsty and horny in the beginning, right? So now my next question is
Stop huffing and puffing.
right. So my next question is
Articulate yourself.
regardless of whether or not you have any intentions of having sex with him, should he try to? Should he make the attempt, regardless of whether or not you have any intentions of having sex?
All you gotta do is
Should
ask.
he try to?
If like
See
everything,
that?
if alright, for example, y'all, kissing or whatever, get intense, whatever, and he be like, yo, you ready? Like, you want to? You get what I'm saying?
You already gonna say no.
And he be like, nah, or you can say yeah.
Yo, listen, if a nigga asks, you gonna say no.
Like,
Don't
no,
ask.
just like,
You gotta do
but
it in the midst of the
then-
movement.
then
In the midst of the
like,
movement.
alright, he
It
give me
gotta be
that.
a natural movement towards progression towards. Because the minute you be doing it, and then you're like, so,
But my thing
it's
is
okay if I,
No,
do
you
your thing.
know.
It's immediately gonna turn the woman off. She gonna be like,
you gotta feel my
I
vibe.
was
You gotta
Right,
feel
right.
my vibe. You
What?
gotta know that I'm okay with you even touching me.
this
Right.
nigga gonna do something. That's what
And we're kissing and it get intense, and he be like, all right, you want to, whatever.
See, fuck
You
up.
know, like
Fuck
you
up.
gotta, you want
Fuck up.
to.
Listen.
Women
listen.
don't like it. You want
Say
to?
yeah, I might say no.
Women, yo, listen.
Listen, there's some guys that just go.
Fellas,
They
fellas,
dive right
I'ma
in.
tell you
Like,
like this.
they're not gonna dive in with their private part, but they might do something
Yes,
else.
they will. That's what you do. Listen,
You know what I'm saying?
if you kissing in your hotel room,
And then,
don't
like, at
ask.
this point-
You just get up after the kiss and just be like, what now? And it's gonna work. Now, with that being said, I'm religious, and it's better to wait till you're married. But in this dating landscape is what we talk about. You're gonna get played if you're in the midst of it, liquor's flowing, and you just like, so babe, I was wondering,
No, don't say it
so
like
babe,
that. Then she
so
gonna be like,
maybe,
no. Like,
perhaps you don't ask. You don't
right,
ask
not
that
doing the
way.
like, you just be like, yo,
Listen,
y'all
Eyes,
kissing, I'ma tell y'all right
you
now.
don't ask, you tell. No,
No.
you do ask. You don't.
Listen.
You do ask. They gonna cancel
You
you.
in the
Ask, motherfucker. This ain't that. If you don't ask, listen. We don't believe in great. You better ask, nigga.
Listen, there are moments though when you saying
I said,
you
don't ask.
do.
What?
and it's like you saying it's right there. You just gotta be like, yo, so this is what we doing. And you
Yeah,
gotta-
like you wanna,
just gotta
you
be like,
you
alright,
wanna,
so
you
this is
sure?
what we doing now, because it might be that first time, so you gotta really let them know.
Why
Like,
not?
Listen, the only time I
even if
say,
they're
are
on
you
time,
sure?
Even if you know they on that
Listen,
type
listen.
time,
The
it
only
might be
time that I say is correct to say, are you sure?
Just do.
Listen,
That's
listen.
all.
The only time I think it's correct to say, are you sure? If the woman is too
She
drunk
don't
or
want
she's
you to say no.
vulnerably emotionally vulnerable. If she's emotionally vulnerable, she just broke up with her man, or she's too drunk, or she high. You be like, and she like, come on. You like, yo, is you sure you want to do this right now? That's when I say, are you sure?
Right.
It's when the woman ain't right.
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 Other than that, GTD dog, get the dog.
Yo, I can't can't stand you, yeah.
Just make sure. Just be like, you know, you ready or you want to, whatever. Just give her that leeway.
So that's
Don't try to force it.
that's the message to the fellas out there, though, right?
Right, just don't try to force it.
Try.
Like,
Don't force, but
if this is
definitely
gonna
try
happen,
on the
it's gonna
first
happen.
day.
Like, don't rush
So
it.
listen, let me
Don't
read
be
you
a
some-
dog.
Yes, don't be a dog, because women don't like dogs. So look, let me read you some
Not a dog,
statistics.
no.
Yo, Professor, look. American culture is both hypersexual and sex negative. Next week we're gonna have it on the screen. American culture is both hypersexual and sex negative, which creates contradictory messages. What do you think of that? So you like, yo, listen, don't you dare touch me. It's the first date. Then you're like, I like a man with confidence who knows what he wants. Like, huh?
I just go off the flow. Like,
Excuse me?
if it's flowing, I ain't tripping about nothing.
You want me before you continue with that, you want me to be honest, I don't agree with that with one of those statements. It said half of the culture, right?
No, it's that American culture is both hypersexual and sex negative. So
Sex
that's
negative, I
basically
don't
only
agree with.
mean
Yeah,
there's
I know.
contradictory messages.
Yeah.
There's one message telling you
So
women
have sex.
should have all of this before they have sex, but it's another telling you that sex doesn't fucking matter and the woman can
Yeah.
have sex on the first date. You know what I mean? It's contradictory. American culture is like, listen, make them take you on a date, do good, hot fences, act good, don't give it to them on the first date, and then also it's like, but you're a free woman,
Honestly,
yeah, fuck.
Today, though,
First night without being
today,
judged.
what side of America is actually like against sex nowadays? In society, I mean, media, there's nothing, there's nowhere you can go where there, women ain't sexualized. You know what I'm saying? You go on any type of Facebook, Instagram, you'll see naked pictures. Any movie that you watch, movies used to be a point in time whereas we had to close our eyes for the kissing scene. Now, if we see a sex scene, that's regular.
Well,
You know
when
what
you
I'm saying?
say where can you go that women aren't
That's-
sexualized, you gotta understand that religious people make up fucking half the planet, and all of them have a fundamental gripe with sexualizing women to a degree. So
Religious people
there
is a
is
general term they use,
I'm
isn't it?
saying
We
it's
don't
still a
priests
whole
that been touching
contingent
little
of people
boys.
who don't do
Well, I'm not going to sit here and say that every religious person is wholesome. So.
So
Alright,
look,
next question.
all right, look.
Yeah,
So here we go.
I don't really like to get into religion.
Yeah.
No, I'm
That's
just
one thing I don't like to talk
no,
about.
but all I'm saying is there's a whole demographic of people who respect women,
Yeah.
who place women on a pedestal because of their religion or because of their moral values. So you know what I mean? We gotta take those
It's just
people.
about how a
into
female carries herself, and every female carries herself differently. And
All right. So look,
whatever she
back
chooses to do with her body, that's on her.
So back to the point. It says men are 3 times more likely to want sex on the first date.
Yes.
3 times.
Yes.
Probably more than that.
Yes.
She's
Yes.
3 times more likely than women to have sex on the
Yes.
first date.
Yes.
Why do you think that is?
Because y'all horny.
Y'all are, yeah.
Why?
Y'all horny. Y'all
Yeah,
dogs.
I can literally look a man in the eye and say one statement, and like he's already like plotting, like planning, like oh she wants some, she must want some. I'm just teasing you. I'm just playing with you. That don't mean I want any. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me flirting. I'm flirting with you. You know what I'm
I need
saying?
to ask a question before for both of y'all.
Okay.
But I'm gonna start with Laura.
Okay.
So do you think a man's inability to get sex at his will
yeah.
is partially a part of the reason he thirsty? Like a nigga can't go out and be like, I want it and get it.
Nah, I just feel like the woman that he dealt with before made it so easy for him. So he feel like when he come to the big low,
If there was a woman
To
before,
the-
you feel me?
to the
He
big
think
low?
that he could get it easy. Like, no, you gotta work for this, baby.
You gotta work for it, okay.
And
But
I'm not just gonna put it like I'm no.
well, y'all question and answer kind of contradict. Y'all talking about 2 different type of views, though, right?
we are talking about
Yeah,
2
you know what I'm
different
saying?
things.
So
I'm
like,
talking about dudes in general. Like,
see, but
no.
dudes in general is not the same though. See, y'all go after like 20% of men. We were saying that earlier today. So like a dude that's not getting sex, you know what I'm saying? It's a whole different story for him. And
Right.
that's a common dude. There's no DMs for him, you know what I'm
There's
saying?
no woman
He
who's not
is,
getting
yeah, he
sex.
getting some type of entertainment.
The only women who are not getting sex that's a rare fraction because I don't care
Yeah,
what you
some
look
type
like.
of entertainment.
You can walk into any barbershop and be like, let me take you in the bathroom, slick. And 40% of the men going to do that because it's culturally accepted. Women can say, look, I want, and this is why you'll never be sexually deprived. You'll never have to worry about being thirsty. Because when you get thirsty, you go fuck the quarterback of the football team by being a whore for a half a second. Like, you could get any dick you want. Excuse my language. I gotta stop that. You could get any man you want by being a bird for less than half a second.
They call it the whole
So you'll never be thirsty. I can be whoever I want to and still gotta navigate my way into to it. And even if I'm the quarterback of the football team or I'm a high value man, like you said, they all taken. So I got my wife, I got my situation. So it's still hard for me to get it as I want because I'm high value. I have a wife, I have a family, I have children. So I can't just go out and cheat on
I
them.
want to hear something.
I can't go out here and get women because they're like, why you married? So it's still even hard for the high value men.
They had a high value man online. They posted this picture. He got like mad likes, and so they timed it right. So it was a high value man. You know, pretty boy and all of that. He got like 100 likes in 24 hours, and they put Rasputia with legit 500 in 24 hours. A single magazine. Yeah. It's crazy, right? But I mean, it goes bad on both ends too, right? Because it's like how desperate I need.
Men are desperate. They're desperate because they don't get none. So 83% of women feel as though sex on the first date doesn't matter, right? It's like, I mean, it does matter, right? It does matter. 83% of women is like, what? That shit matter. But 80%.
I'm not gonna lie, I give more credit to the guy that took me out on the first date and dropped me off the plane for his way. I'm not gonna lie, that makes me wanna.
Well,
That makes me wanna. Ooh, you ain't even.
Well,
and I'm gonna see you next week. Okay.
He said
we
what?
We gonna go here. We gonna go there. We gonna do this. We gonna do that. I bet. Like.
He said men won 3 times. Like men,
Yeah, but
men won it 3
I'm
times. So
saying though, for me though.
So what I'm saying, like that's you can
It's
run
more
into
of a-
that. You
yeah,
can run into it
it's
because it's
more
like
of a turn on for me.
so it's like
And the build up is even more better.
so like when we was
like,
when
if
he
I'm
was saying
sexually
that.
attracted to you, and you're sexually attracted to me,
So when he
and
was,
we don't initiate on the first night, and you're like really respectful about it, you don't even mention it or anything. You know what I'm saying? That's gonna, I'm to a point where, okay.
Alright,
You
but
got
don't
a
you-
little razzle dazzle.
So,
I love, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just saying, like,
So if a
He
man
was
don't
saying-
mention it on the first night, you like, damn.
but you see that's
That
what I'm
meant a
saying.
lot. I meant a lot. He didn't mention
That's what
it.
I'm saying because he said 3. He said we're 3 times more likely to want it, but that don't mean we would ask for it though. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm not
the
saying
reason
ask
for
for
it,
it,
the reason
but
for it is
even
because it's a
action
biological thing,
or
right?
try to touch me. I'm saying as far as like trying to touch me, trying to so what we doing later, trying to insinuate.
Alright,
that
but
something's
this is my thing though with you and with y'all. God damn it, y'all getting on my nerves. I love you. Don't be rolling your eyes at me, bro. Roll your man at me. Listen, goddamn it, I'm here to check. So this is my thing with y'all. My thing is like a man, he doesn't initiate sex on the first date, and y'all like, I respect you. I respect you.
Not unless you prove
Hold
it.
up. Unless everything was going right and he ain't initiated because he was scared. But nigga ain't initiated because he was scared. Y'all don't like that. Y'all don't like the intent.
If a female initiated, just know.
What I'm saying is this. What I'm saying is this. Y'all saying, I like it when a man doesn't initiate it. But y'all only like it when high value men don't initiate it.
I didn't say that.
The regular niggas,
I never said that.
I'm saying,
I don't care.
Well, he's speaking in majority
I'm
terms,
just saying,
not
I
necessarily
can meet
know.
you. We can go on a date. And probably still didn't know your occupation right away. I still don't know how much money you make, an hour or salary or anything like that. We're on a date, getting to know each other personally. You know, it's very new here. You've been here before, like what do you like to do? Like, what's your hobbies? This and the third.
You're speaking blue pill.
I'm just saying.
That's a good
I'm
thing.
not about
It's
to be
just
at
not
the dinner
common. That's
table
all.
like, alright, so how much money you make yearly? How, I'm not about to interrogate you. You know what I'm saying? Eventually, if I really like you, eventually I'll find that out.
You know that you know that gas story. That
you
gas
found
station
what out.
story?
Hold on. You
That-
found what out.
Hey, hold on, right? That
So
gas station.
eventually, I will find out, like, as far as like how much money you make or whatever. This and that, third. Like I said, I'm not a materialistic person, so, and I do for myself. So I don't really look out for no one else to do for
Alright,
me.
but listen, this is
Like,
what the
I just
data
don't-
says. So this is what the data says.
I don't
It says-
do that.
it says
if that's
that-
the case, I will apply on Sugar Babies.
Listen, listen, it says
Call it
that,
a day.
listen,
Like,
So real quick, the data says that 83% of women do care if sex is initiated on the first date. But then it also states that 80% of men feel like it's not a bad. I don't care. It doesn't matter if it's.
Don't ask me for no fucking sex on the first date.
No, what I'm saying is this. So either
He said initiate.
No,
He said
listen.
initiate.
So look, either there's a
Initiate.
disparity or a correlation.
That's a turn on.
Listen, either there's a disparity or a correlation. So if it's a disparity, it's like, yo, why do 80% of women feel like fucking sex on the first date matters and 80% of men feel like it don't? That's a disparity.
As far as the sex,
Or it's a correlation, and I'm gonna tell you the correlation right now, real quick.
I already
No,
know.
listen. 80% of men is going. 80% of women are going for the top 20% of men.
Correct.
So of
I
course-
just said this already.
Of course, they feel like it's a correlation
I mean,
because every man they want does care if they have sex on the first date because they got options.
They gonna
They're
ask
like,
for the same
hold
dude.
on, listen, no, listen, because they have options. Then in their mind, they're like, yo, look, fuck me on the first date if you want to. I swear to God, I'm gonna get rid of you because I got options. I could get rid of a girl because her nose is too big or I don't like her bangs because I have options. If you screw me on the first date, that's something to do with your virtue. And as it says, it has something to do with traditionally how men view women. We don't want a woman like that. So if I got options, of course I'm gonna be like, sex on the first date, no. But guess what? It's only 20% of us. 80% of men is betas. Not only because they don't possess the need to be alphas, but because this country and this society builds betas all the time. So when you got majority of men that's betas, then of course they're going to feel like sex don't matter on the first date because they don't got options. If I ain't had sex in 3 months and I have sex with you, I'll marry you tomorrow. Because at the end of the day, I don't have options. If I have options, then sex on the first date won't matter to me. That's why 80% of women feel as though sex on the first date matters. Did y'all get me? The people will. Alright. Did you get me? You understand or no?
Fully.
Not fully?
I said fully.
Fully. Alright, cool. So, alright, let's get to our next question. 'Cause we got 12 minutes left. So we're going to go into after hours. We're going to go into after hours tonight. Alright, we're going to get to our next question, which is this. Alright, now we about to get extra political. We about to get political. Here we go. It says, and this is the quote unquote power topic. Is black death or black murder in America normal or normalized? And should we do something about it? We're going to start with the brother on the end.
That's a topic that's real touchy right now. I feel like because everything that's been going on in the past 2-3 years, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
I mean, it's a whole movement that says Black Lives Matter. So there's people who agree with you if you say Black Lives, Black death is normalized. There's people who agree with you if you say it's don't. Is it normalized?
Honestly, it's probably been normalized since the 90s. Respectfully. So I'm not even gonna say for our generation, but it's just been normalized. Yeah, it's just been.
You about to get your turn.
Yeah, it's just really just been normal, but I guess for the people who don't know about it, it's not. You know what I'm saying? For the people who are just like really tuning in, you know what I'm saying? Like maybe if not new millennials or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? Like new people, like it's definitely different. It's definitely a wake up call.
So basically what you're saying is based upon your perception. Your perception of the situation. And perception is reality.
Yeah, your point of view.
Perception is reality. A perceived reality. But at the end of the day, it's reality to a certain degree. So how your life, how your life went is basically going to dictate your answer, right? That's what you're saying.
Can you name some examples in front of you that indicate black murder is normal?
You want to argue.
No. It's my claim. Can you name some examples that's in front of you on a daily basis that show you that black murder is normal?
I'll start with I'll name a few rappers: Pop Smoke, Nipsey Hussle, XXX, Juice WRLD. You want to put him in there? You know what I'm saying? It was seen as something, but generally you still see people making memes about it. You still see people making that normal. You know what I'm saying? So I ain't gonna get too touchy.
No, don't worry about getting touchy because at the end of the day, like, it's your honest opinion, and like, you know what I mean? It's only an opinion. So if you're wrong, the ability or willingness to say you was wrong is the only thing going to dictate your heart and the perception of you. If people feel as though, like, nah, I disagree with that, and you're willing
I
to
know
admit
I'm
it,
not wrong. It's just an opinion.
yeah, it's an opinion. If you're willing to admit you're wrong, it don't matter what you say because it's your opinion. Black Death, is it normalized in this country or is it something that is, you know, is it normalized or is it not normalized? Is it something that is over exaggerated? Like, you know, black people dying. Everybody's dying like white people, like
Basically,
like,
I feel like over the years, it definitely, I'm not gonna use the word normalized, but it got recognized. Like, you know, I done watched the Black Lives Matter march across the street in front of my house and everything. Like, I mean, but it's been going on for a while, like for a very long time. People treat it, I mean, I'm not gonna say people, but like the authorities and the government, you know, they try their best to like dumb shit down or whatever, to where it's like, okay, y'all just killing each other and this, that, and third. Okay, so now we got, fuck us killing each other, now we got cops killing us because they're intimidated of our skin color. They're intimidated because they thought that we had this or that on us, and they coming to find out they didn't. You know, it's just, I don't know, like it kind of bumps down to like the race for me, like the racial stuff for me, because to this day I just feel like even from slavery moving on, like the respect level is just like insane. Like I said when I didn't have the mic on, you know, even back in slavery time, like they didn't get cemeteries, they just all got buried in one motherfucking hole, dirt pile on top, and everybody kept their day moving. Like, yeah, it's, you know, black people, like they didn't mean anything or whatever. Now that we're in a different society now where, you know, there's shootouts and stuff like that going on and everything. So yeah, like, and that's why I kind of get angry. Like, yo, we gotta do better. We gotta represent better. We can't be doing this because they're gonna look at us like, you know, like, what are you really showing us? Because we're gonna always like proclaim that you guys are violent people and this, that, and the third, you know. But then again, there's innocent black people that are being murdered, like literally, like I'm talking like Trayvon Martin and all types of stuff, like kids and all types of stuff, you know what I mean? So like it's kind of it's an angry topic, you know what I mean?
I get you, I
And
understand.
like so, like,
But I want to get Lola's thoughts. Lola, what you think about it? Is Black Death normalized in this country? What is your opinion on Black Death?
it's
in the
definitely
country?
noticed
Black
though.
murder.
Black
I
murder,
think-
Black Death.
Two different
I
things.
think that they normalize it, and I just feel like us as black people we need to do better. Like I always said, like we're so quick to turn against each other. You know, when other, I guess nationalities, they stick together. You see the white with the white, you see the Arabics with the Arabics, you see the Ricans with the Ricans, but us, we just don't care for each other. Like, you see a man walking down the street and he got more than you. Instead of you giving him props, you'll rather rob him or try to set him up or try to, you know what I mean, try to take from him where so y'all could probably build the empire together. But I just feel like overall, like, we so quick to turn against each other and it shouldn't be like that, but it's just always been that way, I feel like. Just since slavery.
That's
like,
why I stand
they
on
had
the
house
whole-
niggas, they had field niggas.
Right.
Like, if you're darker, you're in the field. If
Right.
you're lighter, you're in the house.
Right.
They always try to keep us separated.
Right.
And in all actuality,
And
like,
that shit
we all
grew
the same.
all the way.
So
all the way.
what I heard from you a lot was that not only Black Death is normal, but Black oppression is normal.
Exactly.
Everything with regards to us is normal. What you think? Black Death?
Before I give my thoughts, what you mean black oppression is normal?
No, I'm just saying. I was reflecting her thoughts.
No.
I mean, black oppression is normal. You don't think so? So you don't think that?
Let's stick to the subject.
So
first,
so
alright?
you
Alright,
let's
let's stick to the
stick to
subject.
the subject.
So-
I'm gonna let you answer your question.
Black murder wasn't my statement, but it was something that I got from someone that did like a little seminar speech type thing. Shut up, bro. All right. So it was a white dude, right? Basically, he was on stage talking to a crowd, basically talking about how black murder is normal and like we normalize it through the things we do on a daily basis. You know, you hear on the radio, you know, about a black man killing another black man in a rap song. You know, and the thing is, like, he was talking about him being white. He was talking about how like white and Jewish people, they push that music. You know, they're selling that product, and the thing is that the product is real. You know, like, you know how you sell a product and it's just an idea, or it's just like, you know, it's just something to have. It's entertainment. Well, we listen to black music and it's like kill him, kill that. Now we can say that the rappers are fake, right? But the story that they're telling is real. You know, and me, I believe that like we see black on black crime on a daily basis. So they're literally telling us on a daily basis. Like they're telling that story to white people, you know, and they selling it to white people, right? So they sell this product that we create for ourselves, and that's where black accountability comes in.
That's what I'm saying. Like, as far as what Lola said, you know, like, we gotta do better.
We
Like,
do.
you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, yo, like, why turn against each other? We got, like, not trying to be racist or anything when I say this, but yes, black on black crime. But then you got white people that's shooting up schools and shooting up churches.
I was just getting to that too.
And just doing a whole lot of more extreme shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, like, I'm not saying that black on black crime is less worse than what like they're doing.
Not worse. It's just that
but it's just like, come on now, like, you know what I mean?
See, I don't disagree. It's just that when I look at white supremacy and I look at white privilege and whatnot, it's just that we know for sure that those things don't happen as often as we see black on black crime. Matter of fact, like, I'm from Philly, right?
Okay.
You know, and I like living out here because, you know, the open space. And it's different out here.
Yeah.
I know that when I go back to the hood, you know, I don't have to worry about cops. I have to worry about cops if I'm driving, if I get pulled over. That's when I have to worry. If I go back to the hood and I'm just walking, I gotta worry about someone that look like me. You know what I'm saying? And that's someone that looked like me, could have been a friend from years ago, and I hadn't seen him in a while. He's like, "What's up with you, nigga?" You know, it can be anything. We know that. We go to the club, we step on that nigga's sneaker, and it's a fucking problem. You know, black on black crime is probably happening right now.
I'm about to smoke you.
I'm sure you are, bro. This is the moment for life this nigga's been waiting for.
I haven't. But the thing about it is this: you want to reduce the problem of somebody stepping on a sneaker when you negate the fact that 30 years of black music have been straight transition to kill people music by white-owned companies.
Said that right?
At the end of it, okay. So the thing about it is this: you can't you can't go on. Hold up, though. You can't go. You're right.
They like that.
You can't go
Keep that image.
on Hot 97 or any one of them and talk about killing squirrels, chickens, dogs, Christians, Muslims, babies. You can't talk about killing nothing but black people.
I agree.
When you talk about killing black folks, then you talking about something that is culturally accepted
Among
and there
among
is
society.
there's a reason for that. So when you have this paradigm
I got a question.
that allows black death, not only from the music, but
Hold that
straight.
question.
Hold on.
No, I'm sorry. Hold that question.
Bruh. When you have in the system that allows black death, not only from the music, but back to the AIDS, the crack, the gangster rap, prior to that, the criminalization of black people would cause death, the privatization of the prisons, which caused death, the militarization of the police, which caused death, and police brutality is exponentially increased when they got tanks and shit. You go prior to that, 100 years of lynching, wiped you out. You go prior to that, you got just the iatrophobia that existed within black people in general because we was fucking guinea pigs. To all this, medical fucking institutions, we was guinea pigs all through the slavery. Before monkeys,
Black sheep.
they was carving your ass up. So all of this now creates a system of black death to where we like, yo, look, this is just the way it is. You understand what I'm saying? So now you can't ignore that and be like, yo, you stepped on my sneakers and that's why black death exists. You gotta start from the cultural, what I'm saying, systematic thing.
Also,
and
What you think, Lola?
So
I feel the same way. Like I ain't never gonna downgrade anybody that's black. Like I support black businesses. I support anything that's black. That's just me. Like I don't, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like that's just how I feel. Like I'm gonna support anybody that look like me.
you got to.
But nobody feel the same way. They feel like, okay, if she doing this, 9 times out of 10, it's a black girl hating on me. It's not even no Rican, no, you know what I mean, no white
And
girl, no
that's it.
Asian. It's
Yeah.
be an old
Very,
person that
very
look
true.
the
Very,
same
like,
as
Very
me.
true.
All right, but that
Like,
exists in
we could
any.
be on some, we could be on some other.
Alright, but that exists.
I can help you. You can help me. Like,
Alright, but that
Like,
exists in any society.
No.
No, listen.
so, I'm seeing it.
Bro,
But
only we can vilify for it.
I see it rarely. I see it rarely.
Bro, I look, go to China right now. China people gonna be primarily accusing Chinese people of rape, primarily accusing Chinese people of lying, primarily accusing Chinese people of slander, primarily accusing Chinese people of murder, of homicide, of any
I'm
sort
speaking
of
of my
hatred.
own experience.
So, of course, so the point I'm making is because you're black and you live in black communities, then of course you're going to say black people did this to me. And my experiences of detriment were more with black people. But
right.
the-
I got all types of friends.
But the fact is,
I got
anywhere
Asian,
you
white,
live,
Spanish, and
Right,
they don't
but
be
anywhere
hating on
you
no
live,
like how the black girl be
definitely-
hating.
Can I ask that question? Have y'all ever heard, bro, I know you already heard the song, because the song, like, really, like, as far as, like, a white side, black side, like, it was kind of, like, strong to me. Jordan Lucas, I'm Not Racist. I don't know if you ever heard that
I
song.
heard it.
Yeah, I seen
I
it.
don't know if you ever heard that song.
I seen the video too, yeah.
Yeah, that video was
That shit was
crazy.
crazy,
The
yeah.
lyrics is crazy. I'm like, damn, you know, he's coming from both sides equally. You know what I'm saying? And like really speaking like facts, like, you know, but from a white perspective and then black perspective, like it was just. But of course, like when the black man came on, I'm like, yeah, like, you know, let him know like what's really going on because you talking about like why we can't, you know, pay taxes or get a job. It's because like y'all be doing but we gotta worry about certain shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Jordan Lucas is one of my favorite artists.
I love Jordan Lucas.
I think he did a very good job
I
in
love Jordan
explaining
Lucas.
the dynamic between black and white in that particular song. But even in that song, he represented blacks from a minority.
And he's
inferior
white
point of
and black.
view, and white people from a higher point of
Because
view,
he's white and black. So
which
he,
lets you know that there's a different dynamic that exists in this country. Black people don't own the wealth white people own. The Kerner Commission did a report back in the 60s. They said it's two different societies.
Yeah, we're at a
Black people
disadvantage.
and white people is two living differently in this country. It always have been.
Generational
Since
wealth is an
slavery.
oxymoron when it comes to
Since
black people.
slavery, we've been always living separately, and that hasn't changed today. You feel me?
And I've always, and look folks, I've always been willing to admit that, like, we've always been at a disadvantage. You know what I'm saying? But like, my argument with him is the fact that like black accountability still exists because we're still all individuals.
It's not arguing with you.
Huh?
It's
Well,
not
we're
an
in
argument
debate,
with you.
but I'm saying that we're all individuals. So I know that there is a system in place. I'm not ignorant of the system that is in place. What I'm saying is that we still have our own decisions to make at the end of the day. So when you hear about black on black crime, are you still going out to blame the system because these two guys decided to get into a beef
They already
over some
turned us
bullshit?
against each other though,
Right.
from slavery.
Right.
You
Thank
had,
you.
you had.
Preach.
First of all, you had house niggas, then you had still niggas.
When I was growing up,
Then-
my father always told me, he was like, "Oh, you're light skinned,
Preach
like
though.
dark skinned woman, like you know,
Preach.
like,
Yeah, like, if I was
mad at
considered-
you." And I'm like, but why would he be mad at me? I can't help the way I came in my mom's vagina. Mind you, my mom is his color. You know what I'm
Yo.
saying? Like my mom is dark. My mom is your
Spot
color.
on. I want
You know
to
what I'm
finish your
saying?
point, though. Go ahead, finish
I'm
your
just
point real
saying.
quick.
No, I'm just
House
saying, like,
niggas, field niggas.
they already set the system up for us to already turn against us.
Right, right.
They literally had house niggas, and that's the mixed breeds that the white man was.
So if I go out
Messing
and kill a
with
nigga
the-
right now, that's the excuse I
No,
can
it's
use,
no
y'all?
excuse, but I'm just saying they already set us up for failure.
Thank you.
They already set us
Always.
up.
And that's-
When you look
that's-
as a black female, if you're going through Section 8 or whatever, they don't want a man in the household.
Right.
Being
No,
that
they
they
don't.
don't want a man in the household,
No, they do
that's
not.
what's
That's
breaking
why
our
welfare.
families.
That's why welfare
Right.
is set up.
That's
why
breaking
social
our
welfare-
families. So they
Yo.
already set us
So
up.
with me
already
knowing
put
all
us
of this
out there.
information and still having to take accountability.
But we take accountability.
We
But
do,
at the
though.
end of
We
the day,
take accountability.
at the end of the day,
Preach.
like,
I
I don't know. I'm
She
just saying. At
said
the end of the day, though, like what I'm saying is,
It's like what is going to
Regardless
change
of
about
what
that
we go
system?
through.
You know Lola read her
Listen.
encyclopedia, goddammit.
right?
She's
But
She's
let me
smacking this
elaborate.
dude.
Let me
But
elaborate. Let me
okay, go
elaborate
ahead.
on some smooth thing. I'm gonna
Right.
Lola.
I'm gonna say this.
Cause y'all getting me tight. You getting
I'm
me
gonna bring in the whole 19.
Don't be giving high fives
no,
and shit. I
Lola
wanna
one,
see that
Lola one,
shit,
Lola
bro.
one, Lola one.
It's
So.
like it started with the fact that you saying people was put in what is it called, the ghetto.
Yeah.
We were putting these
The project.
places-
How?
How, right? So it started
Not the
with the Jewish, right?
suburban.
It
Huh?
started with the Jewish, right? At
No,
first,
it's
no,
not.
it started with the Holocaust. Let's keep it real.
No.
The real ghetto.
The
was
ghetto?
actually-
Nope.
Okay, let's talk facts.
Nope, let's talk facts. The ghetto of the Holocaust was inspired by the ghetto that was produced in America. You have to understand.
It was
In
expired, and then
1860
what started?
Okay,
Our ghetto.
alright, so when was the Holocaust? When was the
The
Holocaust?
Holocaust was
Well,
a camp.
Hold up, when was the
There
Holocaust?
was no ghetto.
Like 40s, 50s.
Uh-huh. Guess what? In
What happened in the 60s? What
1865,
happened in the 70s?
hold on, listen. In 1865,
The Jewish act.
slavery was abolished. Hold on. You
Jewish
had a
act.
whole faction of the American United States who didn't believe in slavery.
Then
You
we
had a
had
whole.
segregation.
Hold on, man. Just listen. You didn't. You had the Homestead Act of 1865. So hush. Of the 1860s. And what that did was give all this land to white people and take it from you. Furthermore, in Reconstruction period, when we had not only the right to vote for a time and we had all this lands and we had all of this, guess what? They took that shit from you in Reconstruction. Then they started the Housing Act of 1930, which gave hundreds of millions of home loans to white people only and adversely created the hoods and ghettos and suburbs you're talking about. So it's an American paradigm that created this. So it's not we getting our plight from the Jews. The Jews have their own plight. And we have our own plight. And the Jews suffered what they suffered, and it was sad and egregious. And we suffer what we suffer. But it is not reflective to that degree. In certain ways it is, and we'll expand on that later on.
I understand where you're coming from.
We
It's not
went through
reflecting
so
and it's not
much
compared.
though.
But
We
you
went
know-
through so much.
Hold on.
I'm not gonna. At the end of the day, black people went through so much. I understand the Holocaust. They went through big stuff, but it was controlled by what? Hitler, right? You feel what I'm
Speaking to the
saying?
mic.
It was controlled by Hitler. But at the end of the day, with us, we had Dr. Martin Luther King. You feel me? We had Malcolm X, and they tried to uplift us. But sorry. But Hitler was doing what he was doing, but as soon as they was trying to uplift the black people, they killed our leaders. So we don't have nobody. You feel what I'm saying? They waited until Hitler killed bad people for them to, you know what I mean? That was just nothing or whatever they trying
They
to
waited
do
until the
it.
war.
Yeah, like they waited until like
You
that.
still fighting for equal rights.
No, we are, but listen, and
It's
look,
just a lot.
we don't
It's a
take
lot.
away nothing from what the Jews, what they went through under Hitler. But the whole thing is, we went through something too. You can't ignore that and deny that. And for us to be faced with remembering Hitler every year, which we should, because he was fucked up, we should also remember the black people shit too. Like, you feel me?
What
we went through.
So feminism are fighting for equal rights. What equal rights are we fighting for as well?
It's not about just equal rights.
Well, he said equal
Black
rights.
lives.
That's why I'm
Black
asking.
lives.
No.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter.
That's not a political right.
It's not a political right.
No, it's
Alright,
not.
go ahead,
That-
talk to
that's
us.
that- we're talking to cops
Talk
when
to
we
us.
say Black Lives Matter.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We're in reference to.
Yeah, you got sit your butt down. Alright, move. Yeah, there you go. Alright, there we go. We perfect. Alright, go ahead.
So when we say Black Lives Matter, which by the way, that whole organization is scam. But the term itself, Black Lives Matter, was in reference to cops. Telling cops basically our lives matter too when you pull us over.
Alright, can I talk?
Yeah,
I'm
go.
sorry. So what do you think we can do to make our foundation better?
Okay.
Us as black individuals. What do you think we need to start with?
It's unity. You gotta come together. Remember,
Facts.
unity is, if I point this finger at you, I create a certain amount of force. But if I put a whole fist to you, it's something different. So we gotta bring unity as a key. That's number one. Whatever we do, we gotta unite on it. We gotta come together with an ideal and unite on some shit. And before you say black people can't unite on shit, they ain't never gonna come together. We vote 94% Democrats. That's coming together. Fuck, we come together all the time when they tell us to. R. Kelly ain't shit. We hate them all together.
We come
80% of us, because they told us to.
We come together with
When
the
they tell us
benefits.
George Floyd, we ride with George Floyd because they told us to.
We come
The
together
bottom-
with the benefit. It's the same way as feminism.
not just when it benefits us, but when we're told to do so, because we're not fully in control of our destiny. So when you have somebody that's in control of everything you see, the media, the music, the educational system, the fucking TV, whatever you think of, religion, whatever,
Right.
they in control of all that shit. They're going to dictate the information they give to you. You understand what I'm saying? So when they dictate it, then they're the ones who's in control. So you can't just on the adverse blame us. You know what I mean? Come on, Professor. I thought you had some more for me.
Professor.
Oh, when I say blame us, it's not that. I'm not blaming
I don't know.
us at
I
all.
just feel like
accountability and blame us are two
Right.
different things. You know?
I don't know. I just feel like this. Like I don't have no ill will against our kind. Like I want everybody to grow.
And that's my
I
point.
want
It's
everybody to expand. I want everybody to be happy.
It's like, but when you
and
talk
it's
about
so hard
accountability,
because Oh, go ahead.
yeah, I'm sorry, but
No,
it's like when
no,
you talk about
finish her point.
No,
Yeah,
it's
we
just
gonna
so
let you-
hard because it's like everybody feel like it's a need to be mean. It's a need to be angry. You don't have to be angry. You don't have to be mean. Like
Let
just
me
because
get
of your
upset
up,
in a
yeah,
public
like,
place.
just
Oh,
because
there
you're
goes a mad
upbringing.
black woman.
right? Like it's never given that. Like y'all have to learn to understand individuals, understand people, and just go off of that. Like I'm just so tired of people being mad all the time. What you mad for? Like I don't get that. I
Well-
understand you going to get mad, but like get over it.
I think certain people have the right to be mad. To say what you're mad for is to negate all the people who have the fundamental right to be mad.
Right.
Like some people just got the fucking right to be mad. You do some bullshit to me, I'm mad, and I deserve to be mad. You can't just be like, "What you mad for?"
So you're
in
gonna
an
be mad to
attempt
hold
to discredit
grudges? Like you could
everybody
be
who's
here
mad.
today and gone tomorrow. Like why?
No, you shouldn't
You're
hold
bringing
grudges.
that angry, that energy into your universe.
you're,
Like
talking,
why?
you're talking about
why-
being mad in
And
general,
if
not because
if
somebody's
somebody's
specific.
making you that mad that you can't get over it and try to heal yourself, that person got power over you.
Yeah.
So therefore, just let it be.
Okay, so if somebody's making you mad, you should let it be.
Forgive.
No, I'm not even
let it
saying
be
you may
more
forgive,
like-
but you don't have to forget. But at the end of the day, you can't walk around angry because this person made you mad.
No, I agree. I agree that when you hold on to anger, you only hurt yourself. I do. But I also feel as though some people give you the right to be mad at them by disagreeing or with fundamental things you believe in or fundamental principles that you
Right.
abide by.
We
So-
want to stay away from religion, but
Yeah.
aren't you supposed to stay away from angry thoughts when you? That's why forgiveness is in the Bible, right?
thing,
You know what I'm
And
saying?
my thing
You're
is
not
like
supposed
I
to
be
be
so
angry. You're not supposed to
mad
justify
at
being
certain
angry. You know what I'm saying?
situations, but I just realized I can't control those situations. So at the end of the day, I just let it go.
Right.
I let it go.
You can't. Yeah.
I let it go. Because at the end of the day, I be here today, going tomorrow, who knows? Like, I'm not about to sit here and be mad all the time. Like, that shit takes too much energy.
No,
It's just so
listen,
much
listen,
stuff.
listen,
I'll
listen.
tell you this, a
Hold
part
on.
of getting over it is
Hold on.
accepting it. So I don't necessarily let it go.
Right,
I
right.
remember it. You know what I'm saying? I don't forget it. I remember it.
But nobody's
you
saying.
have to be able to forgive by being able to. You can stand in front of that person and be like cool with everything if you really truly forgive. You know what I'm saying? And that's when you know, like, I haven't let it go. I just know. You know, I know what you expect. You know, I know who you are. And all right, it's cool. I didn't got fucked over. Time to move on. You know what I mean?
But, what's the next question?
Alright, so the next question is, alright, and this is going to be the deepest question of the night.
Alright, this is it, y'all.
Let's
This is
do
it.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Y'all ready?
Yep.
Alright, hold on, let me find it. You get it right.
That chair's blowing.
I'm the one sitting in.
I know.
I ain't want to say. I ain't
Yeah,
want
I'm
to
like,
say
the whole
nothing.
time trying to-
I ain't want to say that. You know, like.
Same shit.
Or some-
Me too.
Right.
I consider standing up like half the whole John for real. I was like,
That shit is on me.
But while he looks at that question, Black lives will always matter.
Right.
Like, don't matter if you light skin, dark skin,
Mhm.
extra dark chocolate, beautiful
Purple.
melanin. Don't matter. Don't let anybody discourage you. Keep doing what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, stand up for yourself, but let's not fight against each other.
Mm-hmm.
Let's stand as one unit. That's it.
Nice words.
Alright, here we go. We got the last question of the night. This one might be the longest question. This one might fucking get us to 12 o'clock tonight, man.
Nah.
Order some dominoes, goddammit.
at 7.
Hey, order dominoes on me for everybody. What you want? You want beef?
I like-
Pineapples?
I like
chicken?
wings. I like wings.
What you want? What you want? What you want? Chicken? Order some dominoes.
Extra cheese.
Extra cheese, baby.
Cheese.
Baby girl, order some dominoes. We gonna get this. And get me a salad. I'm on my diet. I'm on my. You understand me? Alright, look, here we go. So, do you believe Do you believe in abortions and female reproductive rights? Do you believe in abortion and or female reproductive rights? Please explain your thoughts. We're going to start with Professor.
shit.
I don't know what y'all want. I didn't hear that part. Sorry. For food.
She said extra cheese on the pizza. I like buffalo wings.
She said on the mic.
And
I thought that shit
And
was a
make
joke.
sure you give me a Mountain Dew and 3 straws and 4 napkins
some water.
and some icing. Icing, nigga?
Icing on what?
Some icing on the crust. Yo, alright, listen.
You gotta eat Domino's though?
Babe,
Eat
come on.
Domino's.
Alright, go ahead.
You know,
Question
she
to
right,
you.
She right.
Professor. Go ahead. Question is to you.
What do I think of abortion? Alright. No. I don't believe in it. I'm sorry. You know? And you know what? You want to hear the crazy part about it is, it's like, it's my body, my choice, right? I agree with that. And the thing is, it's like if you're someone who was like, you know, born, for example, out of rape, you know, I don't necessarily say no to abortion, you know, but that is an extreme case, right? But even in that extreme case, the woman can have the child. She can plan. She has 9 months to plan out not wanting to keep that kid. She has 9 months to say, hey, you know, let's put him in adoption. I don't believe in abortion because of the fact that
484. Oh, we're going to bring that number back. 484-358-4787. That's 484-358-4787. We looking forward to your phone calls. If you want to call in, we got you right now. Professor, he doesn't believe in abortions. He doesn't believe in it.
4787.
4787. 484-358-4787. Call us on the text line right now. We're going to get all your questions in. From 10 to 11 is the question hour. We want you to call in. And if the call-ins go until 12, so what? It's more content, more money for us. So therefore, we want to make sure that you guys call in 10 to 11 484-358-4787.
You got anything else to say, Professor?
10 more seconds. Finish up.
Oh, 10 more seconds. Oh, my name is Professor. That's it.
All right.
You gave me 10 damn seconds. What else was I supposed to say?
Now it's on you.
Recorded.
Answer the question.
Yeah, my answer is gonna be completely different. Why? Because I am.
Oh, I'm interested
I
in
might-
this.
Don't speak up loud.
Mm-hmm.
I might be one of the guys who actually support pro-choice, or if it's called whatever you want to call it, abortion. You know what I'm saying? Why? Because
My body, my choice.
your body, your choice, and you know what I'm saying, when you either involve a dude in that situation or you keep yourself in that situation, it is your choice. If you feel like you are not ready to bring another human
Focus
being
Pass
into this
podcast,
world,
please hold.
do not do it. Do not do it. Yes, please hold. We will be with you shortly.
Okay.
And just understand, like, if a female is not ready to bring another person into this world, that is her choice. And there's some people who are like, no, that's not okay. You had that child. That's what you would do, and bring it into the
So
world.
it's her choice.
Yeah, it's her choice. I am 100,000% okay with someone
Well,
saying,
let's
yeah,
Google
I'm
this
not
one.
gonna have this baby. I'd rather take the steps to abort this baby because I know for a fact
Because.
this baby will not have the life it's supposed to have, whatever the case may be.
Really?
Life
Interesting.
is not supposed to have.
Interesting.
Whatever the case may be, there's
So
over
hard
1,000
times,
reasons
hard
that
times
a female
dictate
could
whether
give
somebody
you.
should live. Alright,
Yeah.
cool.
Interesting.
Alright, hard times should dictate whether somebody should live. Alright,
Tune into the call.
Alright, cool. Let's go to the phone call.
I'm coming back to
Real
you
quick,
guys.
let's go to the
Hey,
phone
hey,
call.
hey, hey.
Hello? Caller?
What's
Yeah, we hear you. Go ahead, sir.
happening? What's the best freestyle show?
Is this? Who is this?
Go ahead, caller. What's your question? All the way to the left. Turn that all the way up. Yeah. What's your question, caller?
Yeah, I was wondering who spit the best freestyle.
The best freestyle. Alright, we'll get to that in just a moment.
Wait, who is this? It sounds like Elliot.
We'll get to that in just a moment, but
I think it's Elliot.
at the end, we'll get to that. But where were we at? Go ahead. Thank you, caller. The best freestyle. How many? One.
That was Elliot.
Who could spit the best
Shout out to
freestyle?
Elliot.
Don't call unless you got real questions.
No, for real. Like, questions about the topic that we're talking about. But, abortion. Ooh. Brother, this is
Nah,
crazy.
go ahead, go ahead.
I don't believe in abortion. I just feel like even like from my experience, like as far as like getting pregnant, it's crazy. It's a crazy story because at the same time I was literally just breaking up with him or whatever. Mind you, me and him were together for like 3 years before I got pregnant, and then the same night that I broke up with him, I found out that I was pregnant. So I was like, oh, spin around, come back, we gotta talk, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I looked at him and I said, you already know my beliefs, like so like what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
obviously, like the breakup was like, the breakup was based off my hormones, like, because I literally had no reason to like leave him or anything. I just, for some reason, I just didn't like his presence. I didn't know what it was. Coming to find out, I was pregnant or whatever. So I'm like, you already know I don't believe in abortions, and you know, who knows, girl or boy, this might be somebody that can change the world potentially or whatever, you know what I mean? The only thing that gets me is like the topic of like if someone was raped or you know what I mean, like ancestry or something, like forced to marry and this
So you
kind of thing.
basically saying all abortions are bullshit unless she was raped.
I feel like rape is like it's a touchy topic because it's like, okay, should this female give birth to this child and then go through postpartum, which most likely will turn out to postpartum depression, even worse, and she may end up hurting the child herself because it may look like the potential rapist, or you know what I'm saying, like.
So basically, your point is.
So that's what I'm like.
In special circumstances, abortion is cool. But other than that, like, if
yeah,
you
because
just,
I'd rather not. I'd rather if you know what I'm saying. If you're going through like if you know you got raped and this time the third. If you got raped and this time the third, and you're just like, damn, I'm pregnant, and you already have a mindset where like I don't want this baby, and I may harm it because of this, that, and the third. I don't want to read that in the newspaper. You're not gonna read an abortion in the newspaper. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
So you're for abortion in only extreme
in extreme
circumstances?
circumstances,
Right.
yes, I get it. I get it. I will understand you fully, 100%, why you did it. As far as anything else, you decide to lay down with no rubber, this, that, and the third. Y'all both knew what was coming after that. Don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't want the baby to be responsible in the first place. That's all I'm saying.
So does the responsibility go for men and women, or just
Yes,
men?
I said from both sides.
So both sides. So like
Yeah.
women's is like, yo,
If you're not on birth
So,
control,
let
use
me-
protection. If you're not using protection, try the pull-out method, even though like that always sometimes is not a thing either, because pre-cum can pre-cum. You know, some females don't know that pre-cum can still get you pregnant.
Hold on. The post method is not enough.
That's not
Not
a
a
method.
method.
It's not.
Hold on, can I
It's not
talk?
about it.
Can I
Talk,
talk?
talk,
I'm just saying that's
talk.
what men believe.
Alright,
They
Lola,
believe
Lola,
that
Lola.
all now. They
One
believe
mic, one mic, Lola, get the mic.
They
I
took
want
the
your
word pull
opinion
out.
after Lola. Lola, I want your opinion after Lola. Lola,
I ain't
go ahead.
even listen. Let me sit up for this one, cause I ain't even gonna hold you. I believe in abortions. Like, I'm not even gonna be the one to be like, I don't believe in them. I believe in them things, because at the end of the day, like, people make mistakes, and some people not ready for a kid. Like, it just happens. Sometimes shit happens, or whatever it can be. It's your body, your choice.
True.
If you want to have abortion, you have an abortion. If you don't, you don't. Simple as that. Like,
you wanna hear something
some
crazy?
people ain't even ready for kids. Like, I understand you will never be ready for kids, but sometimes, damn, my mic is on. Who touched me? Oh, sometimes like people just not ready to be a parent, and at the end of the day, you're the mother, so you're gonna be stuck with the kid, regardless whether the kid's father leave or he stay. You're the mother at the end of the day. You don't. Some people do have that choice and that option, where though they don't want to be a mother, whatever the case may be. But needless to say, I believe in them shit.
So you believe in abortion? You believe?
I don't care. Yes, if you feel like you need to get an abortion, go get one.
For any reason?
What you mean? Because some people not ready to be a parent. I'm a mom at the end of the day,
I
but
can understand that, but
I'm just
I don't think
not.
females understand like abortion, what abortion can do to your body.
And birth control could do the same thing. It could
True.
fuck up your body regardless.
But the
It-
females that got pregnant, obviously they're not on birth control. You know what I'm saying? And it's
Right,
kinda
right.
like I
Or
said,
it's the
it's your
pill or
choice. You know what comes with that. You know what I'm saying? Either like I
So
said,
let me
that's why
ask
I'm
a
not gonna
question
be
to
the-
both of y'all. I see your point. You saying, look, get an abortion if you want, but
why have
my
abortion if you want, but why have raw sex? Why let a nigga come in you if you're not willing to deal with those consequences?
You won't know until you find out your period is late.
But you should have a you know, some type of like figuring
Because the
out,
nigga
like,
could pull out
I
and
might
show you the
possibly
cum.
be pregnant.
You feel
If
me?
I let a
It's
nigga
still-
roll, if I let a nigga come at me tonight, most likely I may or may not be pregnant. So
I mean,
it's
I ain't
like-
gonna hold you. I don't believe in abortions either, but I'm just saying, if you gotta do what you gotta do, you gotta do what you gotta do.
True.
So
But
let
there's
me
some
ask you a
circumstances,
question.
though.
Let
Like,
me
this
ask.
is what I believe in.
Let
You
me
know what I
ask you a
mean?
question.
Yeah,
Let me ask you a
like,
question. Do you believe that abortion disproportionately affects black women?
Of course, they got it all in our community.
Okay. What do you about you?
They
Sam?
got it all
They
in
got
our
what
community.
Clarify. Like
They
expound
got
on
it.
that.
The parent was the parenthood. They got that shit. The
Planned
woman center,
Parenthood.
all that. They got it all in the urban
Damn,
communities.
Lola, you speaking of fact.
I'm just saying,
high
though,
school,
like they
got
don't.
the daycare,
Right. They
like,
all
you
types
know
of
what I'm
stuff, but
saying?
like at the end of the day, bro, I don't know. I just feel like. Go ahead,
No, I mean, like, you know, high school got the daycares
Right.
nowadays, you know, they're expecting
used to.
teen moms and everything like that.
Yo, phones in the bucket before you get on the podcast. Man, phones in the bucket.
Understood.
You want to get a tablet right here? Did you get
I'm sorry.
yeah.
But yeah, as far as like, I don't know, like I said, abortions is really like a
touchy
touchy
subject.
as like subject, because it's like, for me, I've never experienced an abortion. You know what I'm saying? The first time I got pregnant is the last time I got pregnant. I have a
I
3-year-old.
don't like that look.
I have a 3-year-old. You know what I'm saying?
That mean your ass ain't had one or two.
Go ahead.
And,
Punch you in the neck, Lola.
you know, like
Stop!
I said, like,
God damn it,
I,
you doing
listen,
this.
I've
Nope,
been with
nope,
people
nope,
in these
nope.
situations.
the only thing about me getting pregnant, the only thing was is I wasn't married. You know, I didn't do it the correct way. I wasn't expecting.
So look,
to
let me read you something real quick.
Okay.
Black abortion by the numbers. And it's the reason why I asked you, do you feel like black abortions are disproportionately affecting black women? So look, black abortion by the numbers. More than crime, more than accidents, more than cancer, heart disease, and AIDS, abortion has taken more black American lives than every other cause of death combined since 1973. Hold up. Combined though. That means the blood, the grips, the AIDS, the cancer, the bad food, the abortion is the number one killer of black people. Now,
That's what I'm saying. Do you know how many?
now let me give you a little info, right, real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, you know who the founder of Planned Parenthood was?
Go ahead, talk.
No, I'm gonna give
I don't.
I'm gonna give
No, Emma was a
I'm
black
gonna give
person.
everybody a chance to.
It wasn't a black person for sure.
Do you know who the founder of Planned Parenthood was? Lola? No? Yes. or
No, I don't.
Shay,
I don't.
bro.
I couldn't even tell you. I was thinking.
Do you know who the founder of Planned Parenthood was?
Kevin Hart.
Okay.
Tyler Perry.
So what if I was to tell you that the founder of Planned Parenthood was a white woman named Margaret Sanger,
Of course.
who was a eugenicist, which believed that black people should be wiped off the face of the earth. A eugenicist, so basically eugenics is the movement that was spawned by Francis Galton, who was the cousin of Charles Darwin, the first cousin of Charles Darwin. And it basically espouses the fact that black people need to be wiped off the face of the earth because white people are the most, pristine stock of genes. So eugenics is basically a philosophy that says white people are the final study of evolution and black people and all degenerate races need to be wiped off the face of the earth. So this is the person who started Planned Parenthood, a eugenicist, who believes black people need to be wiped off the face of the earth. Margaret Sanger, the creator of Planned Parenthood, which is the number one abortion facility in America.
Those abortions are definitely.
Yeah, Margaret Sanger was quoted in saying black people are weeds that need to be wiped off the face of the earth. And she was also quoted in saying that eugenics, which we just discussed, what that is, without birth control is a house built upon sand. So pretty much she wanted birth control, Planned Parenthood, to enact her eugenics plan. So when we have a woman who says black people need to be wiped off the face of the earth, then put 80% of Planned Parenthoods in the black community, and then we have the fact that more than crime, accidents, cancer, heart disease, AIDS, abortion, AIDS, abortion is the number one killer of black people. Does that mean something to you? Like, I want black people wiped off the face of the earth. I then decide abortion is the best way to do it. I then put 80% of abortion facilities in the black community, and since then, the biggest cause of black death is abortion. What do you think about that? Are you mad?
This is where I stand on the circumstances of abortion. Like, be responsible. If you don't want no kid, if you don't want to do this or do that, follow and lead to those things. If you're going to be irresponsible and everything, I pray to God you're dealing with somebody that you want to deal with for the next 18 years. That's all I'm saying. Because first of all, it's an innocent human being. They didn't ask to be here, but however, they're in you. You know what I'm saying? And it's a different feeling when they're inside of you. You're getting a different feeling, and this, that, and the third. And sometimes it's kind of like personally speaking, I know certain females that went through like multiple abortions. And sometimes it's like, I don't try to be judgmental at all, but I just look at them like, damn, after the second time, like, you You're not tired of, because at the end of the day, like abortion is, you're like literally, you're killing yourself at the end of the day as well. You know what I'm saying? You're hurting your body as well, because abortion is not healthy at all. So it's like, why keep making that mistake just to do it again and again and again and again? You could have had a president, you could have had a secretary, you could have had a whole.
You could have had the next Dr. King, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? So
LeBron James' mom almost aborted him.
It's just like,
Go
why?
ahead, Lola.
I just feel like this. Like I have a lot of female friends where it's like they needed that support. You know what I'm saying? And they went
Focus
through that
Podcast,
situation.
please hold.
They went through that situation where as though they had to get up, they're not in a predicament to take care of a kid. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes mistakes happen. You know what I'm saying? And I try to be a friend and not judge them off of the mistake that they made or whatever it is made. And they do beat themselves up or whatever the case may be, but at the end of the day, this shit ain't easy. Being a parent ain't easy regardless, especially if you're a single mother already.
All right,
You get what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
Okay.
No, you speaking facts though, Lola.
No,
it's not easy.
I'm just gonna elaborate. There's
Go ahead,
there's
elaborate.
two types of women, if not even two types of men. There's gonna be that man who wants a woman or who wants a child, and there's gonna be that man who doesn't want a child.
Right.
There's gonna be the woman who wants a child.
So why come in here?
Sometimes
But
it's
why
a
let
mistake.
him
It
in
be the
you?
heat of the moment.
That's what I'm saying.
Come in
You know
there.
that- you know
Hold
that-
up, hold up.
That's the difference. That's the
Who
difference
that- wait, who
between
that
two
calling
types of
in
men.
We
though?
just established that.
Get to the
Oh,
caller.
all right, real quick, we're gonna get to the caller. Real
Two
quick,
types of men.
we're gonna get to the caller, but real quick, we just established that women are the gatekeepers.
Correct.
I can't
Understood.
get inside you without you letting me. Think about it. If you say no twice,
It's
even in
weird.
the commission of pulling your pants down, it's still great.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, you're the gatekeepers. So you can't now equalize at the end of it. Well, why didn't you come to me? Because it's like at the end of the day, why did you let me inside? You're letting me inside. Coming inside is one thing, but you're letting me inside. You're not coming inside me. I ain't letting you inside my body.
Takes two to
I'm going
tango.
inside your body. All right. With that being said, we're gonna go to the caller. Hold up.
Let's hear this caller.
Who's this caller?
What's your name, sweetheart?
Vita.
Vida, baby.
Vita, where you from, Vita?
I'm from New York.
You from New York. All right. Vita, you got the pulse on the conversation. What is it? What is your question?
Well, I don't have a question, more so a
Or
statement.
comment? All right, go ahead.
Like, this is backtracking a little bit on the whole abortion situation. Like, I am definitely pro-choice. I used to be against abortions until I was in a situation to where I considered one, and then it changed my whole perspective on things. But to go off of like the statistics that you were bringing up about like it being like a leading black death and things like that, and going off of what Shay said, like I see like abortion being glorified on social media by our community, our black community. You know what I mean? Like girls, you know, on social media, whether it's trolling or not, like they putting that in our face. And of course, you know, with the algorithms and TikToks and things like that, it's gonna find the people in our black community of glorifying abortions. So it's like that goes back to back with what y'all were talking about with the, you know, black murders and stuff. Like they keep
So
putting this stuff in our
Let me
face.
ask you a question though, real quick. Do you think the glorifying of black abortion just comes from the black community, or does it come from, a vested interest in society or the corporations or whatever you want to call it, making black abortion a thing? You know what I mean? Like accepting
Yeah.
it.
Definitely. That's what I'm saying about like the algorithms. Like they push that. So they put it to where that type of content finds the black community. Like it's in our face type stuff. Like
Right. So, and this is the thing. So they, not only is that content in our community, but they put 79% of abortion facilities in our community, and they made abortion a black thing. Remember, the first wave of feminism was pretty much just get jobs. By the 70s, the second wave of feminism was kill your kids. And they used black women as a catalyst for that. Then they put 80% of abortion facilities in your community. Then, as you said, they placed it all up in your face. So do you think there's a, because remember, look what the data says, okay? We're going to look at the data. We're going to look at the data here. The data matters, all right? So the data states that 38.4% of all reported abortions in the U.S. in 2019 were performed by black women. However, only 13.4% of us make up the population. So we're facing a number of nearly half of abortions but yet we only make up nearly 1/10 of the population. Is that, and I'm gonna ask you this question, caller, is that as a result of the fact that 80% of abortion facilities are placed in our communities?
For sure. Also the fact of like, like they put it in like the places where there's a lot of poverty and we can't afford to take care of our kids. So we're not gonna bring our kids into this world and have them struggling like we are.
Exactly.
So I feel like that's what they doing there too. Like,
okay, so you feel as though a hard life is better than no life at all. I mean a hard life is. No life at all.
I'm
is
tired of a
better than
broken
hard life.
family. I'm tired of a broken family. Like I
True.
said before,
True.
like it be situations where it's go like, all right, so one of my friends, like she had an abortion. Blah, 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 blah. I ain't saying no names or nothing like that. But like I had to
Shaniqua
be-
Jackson from 13
listen, I had to be a friend. You get what I'm saying? At the end of the day, like she, you know what I mean? She don't really know the dude. Whatever. She's not gonna have that boy baby because you don't even know how this boy gonna come. She don't want a broken family. So why would you put yourself in that predicament to
But
be a
don't
single
you
mother?
think that the predicament?
Why would you put your
But don't
if
you
you already
think-
a single mother?
but-
Why do you want to put yourself in that situation again?
Okay, but prior to using the system to evacuate your child out of your fucking
And don't think about
cervix,
adoption because that kid gonna come looking for you.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not thinking of adoption. I'm just thinking of the best abstinence. The best contraceptive, which is abstinence. Like, don't you think it's better for her to say, I'm not gonna have a baby with this nigga. I'm not even gonna have sex with this dude I want to potentially have a baby with, rather than saying, if he get me pregnant, I'm gonna kill him. I'm murder. Don't cancel
That's
me.
not what we thinking about.
Yo, listen, caller, do you have any IG or any?
Nah, she don't want to put her information out there. She anonymous.
I really don't.
That's my best friend, Vita. Thank you, baby. I'm gonna shout her out. Thank you, Vita, for calling.
Real quick, before we get you off the call, do you have any final thoughts?
No, I mean, y'all touching base on everything. I like everybody's opinions. I'm a fan. I'm a subscribe and all that.
Yeah, make sure you subscribe. Make sure
Thank
you
you for
share.
tuning in,
The Real
Vita.
DJ Focus.
The real DJ. It's the DJ Focus podcast with Lola Chanel. You understand?
Got you,
We're gonna make sure we have all of the top guests on here. We're gonna make sure we have all the top opinions. So make sure you subscribe and stay active in our chat, in our live chat, especially on Facebook. On YouTube. Okay? Because that's our main platform.
Got you.
All right. Thank you, sweetheart.
Thank you, Vita. See you tomorrow.
Good night, y'all.
All right, take care. Good night. All right. Anybody who want to call in? That's 484-358-4787. Call in right now. You can also hit me on Messenger on Instagram
I'm
at
just
the Real
elaborate on
DJ
that
Focus.
topic though. I feel like it starts with the generation of curses, and a lot of us is trying to break that. So some people might be pro-choice, and understand they're trying to break that curse, to break it down. So of building that family that started from toxicness. So you're not trying to bring that person into that life.
So it's better to end the life than to bring them into a bad life.
I wouldn't even say end. You're not going to start him into that.
Hey yo,
No,
Antoine
but
Fisher was
listen.
born in jail. Y'all know that, right? Antoine Fisher was born in jail, born in a fucking prison. Okay, and we know his name Antoine Fisher because he became famous, not because he had a bad life. You know what I'm saying? The beginning started off bad, but how do we determine the rest of a person's life based off of how they're born?
Right. You don't know.
Listen, if a woman is not in a predicament to have another kid, she shouldn't have another kid.
Sure, but
If
she didn't
feel
take care of Antoine.
Right.
No, I
but
agree
you don't
with
want
her.
your kid in the system because the system is effed
No,
up.
I agree with you though. I agree with
Why
you.
would I want to put if I know that I'm not capable of taking care of my kid,
That's different.
and I put them in a foster care, whatever, they could be bullied, molested, sexually.
No, I agree with you.
All types of stuff.
You're right.
And they're gonna have resentment towards you.
You're right.
Why would I even put my kid in that predicament?
No, you're
that
right.
type of stuff happened to kids who were born
It doesn't
on
matter, but
purpose.
why would you want your kid to go through that?
I'm saying
Like you said.
Why would you want your kid to
that
sit there and
happens
go through that
too.
pain?
I'm
First though, you could just stop it right
But
there.
that-
No, you're right. You're right. You're right.
No,
That
but I'm
literally
saying
does
we're-
happen to the
but
kids
we're
that are born
assuming-
on purpose.
One mic.
And the parents-
They go through hell. Like I see people go through situations where people be like, yo, my mom ain't nothing. I was in foster care. I've been sexually abused. I've been molested. I've been raped. I've been doing this. I've been doing that. I've been taking drugs.
And
I've been
sometimes that comes from the cycle.
Yeah,
That's an
it's
assumption,
so
isn't
tough
it?
to see
It's a
somebody
cycle.
go through that.
Okay.
I would never want my kid to go through any of
It's a
those
cycle, you know what I'm
situations.
saying?
Ever.
You're right. And
Ever.
you're 100% correct.
Whether whoever decided to have a kid and put their kid in a foster care, I don't even respect it at the I don't respect it at all. Because your kid can go through so much BS that they're gonna have resentment towards you.
No,
they're gonna feel
you're
worthless.
right.
They're gonna
They
feel
know
like,
who you
damn,
are.
mom, why you didn't
It's
even
even if they
abort
know
me?
who you are.
It's so much touchy stuff that you could go through. At the end of the day, I wouldn't want my kid to go through that. If I would ever have to
you're
go through a
right.
predicament like that, I would
But
never
then
want my
there's
kid to go through
the
that.
other
I'm just
kids
saying.
that
But-
I
are
would
in a
never want my
system
kid to go
that
through
find
no
the
type
big
of
homes.
pain.
That
If I
Okay,
could get
but
that life, I'm gonna
listen,
cut that shit
you're right
short.
in everything you said, but I have one question.
What?
Is the pain of struggle equal to not living life at all? Like, in other words, because I may
Hell
struggle.
yeah.
Look, okay, all right. So look.
We can't
Nobody
answer
want
it.
to go through pain.
We can't
Okay,
answer
okay,
it
so
because
listen
nobody
though.
here has never
Hold
lived
on,
life at
hold
all.
on. Wait. Have you ever dealt with pain?
Yes.
Heartache,
Yes.
despair,
Yes.
depression.
Right.
Wish you weren't here.
Do you feel like you,
What
want,
you
you
mean?
wanted to die? Like we
My
all.
par- my
Hold on,
parents
real
was there
quick,
for me,
hold
though.
on. We
I've
all view
experienced that, but my
suicide
parents
as
not
a.
there.
We all listen. We all view suicide as not a good thing, right? But then we like, yo, it's okay if babies are not born. So wait a minute. If you're saying it's not okay for us to give up on life in the suicide and to say, look, you even vilify and prosecute doctors who try to make you acquiesce to suicidal thoughts.
Yeah.
If you saying, look, suicide is not good, not having value for your own life is not good, regardless of your circumstances. Why is it okay to not have value for the child's life, regardless of circumstances?
Contradiction.
I mean, I just
First
want
of
to
all,
know.
y'all make it seem like it's so easy. At the end of the day, every time a girl get pregnant, she risking her life.
You next, after
So
her, answer you.
at the end of the day, where's though like I've seen people go through situations like this, and if they not in a predicament where as though they can't capable of taking care of their kid, and the kid not even a fetus, and they 6 weeks out, whatever. You get what I'm saying? They want to get an abortion. Let them get the abortion. If that shit like 3 months, 4 months, that's a different story. You might as well carry that baby out. But if it's a couple of weeks, a couple of months, let it go. Like it just all depends. To be
You got
honest.
close to a year though. You don't necessarily have to put them in foster care either.
No, I
You can put 'em
wouldn't.
up for
Because
adoption.
people be
You can
so
vet the
grimy.
family
You
that
wouldn't
you
even
put
know
them
what kind of family you putting your
Yeah,
kid
but you're vetting
into.
you're vetting the family
it's-
that you put them.
It's at the end of the day, it's all a risk. It's all a risk. Everything is a risk. Whether you put your kid in foster care, whether you carry this
So
baby
we
out,
gonna name that as a
whatever,
risk
it's
then.
still a risk.
So having a kid on purpose is a risk then. That we might as well put that in the same category. Cause
Alright, so for example, you know how y'all niggas get, y'all be like, oh, yeah, she's pregnant, but I don't want her to have the baby. Now she's stuck along with that baby. Like what Tupac said, Brenda had a baby. You see what she did with that baby? She wasn't ready for a baby. She was 14 years old.
Hey, Tupac named it a little girl who didn't know her options.
Right, but that's the same thing though. Her mother put it in a dumpster.
No, because 40%.
Like, you don't
40% of women getting abortions got 2 or more.
I'm just
And
all
these are
for
grown-ass
bro,
women, by the way.
It's
It's
gonna
not
be
15-year-old little
honestly
girl. You know what I'm saying?
15. 15. She's a little girl herself.
Exactly, she's a 15, so I'm not putting her in the category of a grown-ass woman who's like 28, 30 years old.
Oh my God, it's the same
It's a
thing.
it's a feminist
What
movement
the
that's
age
pushing
ain't nothing but a
abortion.
number. What Aaliyah said, age ain't nothing but a number.
So you think a 15-year-old thinks the same way as a 25?
It depends.
No.
It all depends on the mindset.
They do not think
It
the same.
depends
No,
on
they
the
do not.
mindset. Listen.
She's
Me
15.
personally, I'm not having
Your brain
no.
is not even fully
I'm
developed
not
until like
having
you're
no
27.
baby if I'm not in a predicament to have a baby.
So
And I just feel like mistakes happen.
I just feel like that's why safe sex is the best sex.
It
because
is.
Absolutely.
It
like
is.
you know what I'm saying?
I
Because
don't know. I'll be quick.
that's why like I stick to my word. Like I do not believe in abortion. Like you know what I mean? Like at all. I was with my son's father, total of 6 years. Within 3.5, I got pregnant. But I wasn't surprised because we weren't having safe sex. We were together for years, so it's
Right.
like whatever. But at the time, I'm like, shit, like oh my god, like I'm not ready for this. I just moved into my new apartment. He's not living with me because from the beginning, like I said, I'm an independent woman. So he stood in his place, I stood in mine, or whatever. And then when that 3rd year mark hit and I found out that I was pregnant, that's when I was told him, like, maybe it's time that we, join hands, come together because I don't know how to do this by myself or whatever. And I'm looking at him in his eyes and I said, you already know my beliefs. I'm not about to do nothing.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question, Shay? So you say y'all been together for 3 years? Six. So y'all been together for 6 years.
And
That's a different scenario compared to when you know somebody for 6 months.
Yeah.
So
I gotta
if
agree
you
with that,
if you had
because
history with him,
dude should not
I
even
give
be
you
playing
that.
with
No,
options.
I give you
Yeah.
that. You know him like the back of your hand.
Right, right.
So
But
you know,
I
if you
still
dealing with
didn't
a
know
dude-
what his response was going to be because at the time, like I said, we were going through stuff and like I was trying to break up with him, but coming to find out, like, you know, it was hormones, whatever this and the third. It didn't matter though. But the thing is, like,
You
He
knew
wasn't
no,
good
it
enough.
do matter because you knew her for 6 years.
what?
Why you forget?
No, I'm
No,
just
funny.
oh
I just, I wasn't listening to
no,
that.
you
Because he
do.
wasn't shit.
Nah,
Talk about the argument.
you do know
Because
him.
that nigga ain't shit. That's
Yeah,
it.
I know him, but
you
I.
knew him,
okay,
but
you're
it
right.
was 6 years, so you knew that he. I mean, you wouldn't know, but you know, is he the active father now?
Yes, he is.
Okay, then so that's your point. You knew that he wasn't going to be on some bullshit.
It didn't even matter if I knew or not because.
So you was going to be willing to take your kid regardless
Yes.
because you knew him for 6 years.
Women want everything. They
Listen,
like, listen,
like,
we got the
alright,
system working with
When
us.
I first had
Alright,
my when
we
I
gotta
first
do what we want.
when I first had my son or whatever,
She said, we
it
not
was
doing it.
rocky in the beginning. I was
Yo,
doing,
Lola,
like,
I'm not
you
coming
know,
at girls. I'm sorry.
like his
I love
father
you.
was there. He didn't even understand like the postpartum or the postpartum depression and stuff that I was going
It's
through.
a lot.
He didn't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't clearly like explain that to him because I was going through my own stuff. Like I wasn't myself at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? My first child. You know what I'm saying?
Body changing,
Yeah,
attitude
I wasn't
changing,
used to
your
it.
mindset
I was just
changing.
like, wow,
You
like
know,
this is it. Like I don't have the flat tummy no more. I
Gaining
can't
weight,
like, wow,
fat
this is
nose
crazy.
wide.
Mellies, hold on, I'm used to a different size bra. Like
Boobs
this is crazy.
hurting.
You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You know what I mean? But I mean, like fast forwarding to now, like my son is 3, and you know his father is doing what he has to do, and I appreciate that. I can't speak for any other female because I know it's different, but I'm saying as far as like abortion, if you do have an abortion that you get pregnant from a guy, you would never know. You would never know.
You would
If-
never
if-
know
You would never
if
know
what?
if he was a good father, if he could be a potential
Oh,
good
right,
father or not.
right, right.
Because at the end of the day, it doesn't even matter about you anymore. They're gonna focus on the child if they really care. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because me
Yeah.
and my
So,
child's father, we're
let
not
me ask you a
together.
question.
But
I
real
ain't
quick.
taking no
My
risks
son.
like that.
Shay, I want to ask a question to all of y'all. Do y'all believe that, like, soon as the baby, the sperm hit the egg, and it's conception, and this little smallest of baby, do you believe that's life? Like, or do
Yes.
you do?
Yes,
What about you, Lola? You believe that's life?
I do. Because I've seen it.
No.
No.
I
What
see.
do you think it is then?
I seen
Me personally,
it. I found out when I found out I was like literally 2 weeks.
honestly, if you 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 8 weeks, or whatever, and the baby, and you feel like you need
The what?
the baby.
The who?
I didn't believe in no baby.
You just
said
called
the
it the
what?
baby. You just
The
called it the
fetus.
baby.
You ain't calling it
fetus.
it.
Well,
You said in the baby. Yo, you trying to switch it?
The fetus.
I
The
don't-
clump of cells?
I don't
Fetus.
Respectfully, you gonna.
I don't remember
Because
anything.
y'all talking about baby, so I just fit the
But how
fetus
many-
is this little.
How many weeks before heartbeat is determined again?
Like three
3 weeks
months.
before
Three,
heartbeat.
no, 3 months. Like
3 months.
I think the heartbeat starts
been
after
early.
6 weeks.
Yeah, it's early.
It's like after
Yeah.
6 weeks you start
Yeah,
changing
girl,
your heartbeat.
it's early.
But listen.
How many non-living things?
Hold
have
on.
heartbeat?
But listen.
no.
But
No,
what,
no.
what do you think about this though? No, listen, and this is for all you guys. What do you think about this? There's a whole new DNA strain soon as inception hits. So whatever you
Oh
you
my
abort
God.
has its own DNA.
Y'all
Because
killing
remember,
me.
mom and dad come together,
Y'all
it
killing the
creates
baby.
its own DNA strain. X, Y chromosome, X chromosome. So, right? Its own DNA. So soon as the egg and the sperm hit, new DNA. So whatever you are aborting, it's its own shit. What do you think about that? It's its own shit. It's not.
Honestly, this topic
You-
is
you-
getting me hot. I ain't even gonna hold you because at the end of the day, like, I feel like
Trigger.
I've been witness scenarios of people getting abortions, and I'm trying to be a supportive friend. So whereas though, like, if they say I'm not ready, Lola, you get what I'm saying? They not ready. I just can't push that on nobody. It's
And
their
I feel
body.
you on that.
It's
because
their choice.
I've had
and-
friends that did the same, but I didn't sit here like, oh, going off my beliefs.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
okay, you know
I
what?
don't
If you
believe in that
genuinely
either,
feel
but
like
if you gotta do what you
couldn't
gotta do, you
then
gotta
all
do
right,
what you
I understand. You know what I'm saying? I
Oh.
don't put my beliefs out there. That's not what I believe in. I don't judge people. I don't like to judge
No.
people. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right.
If you want to do that, then do that. But
I think
If you wanna
putting your
ask me my
beliefs
beliefs,
out and
I'm-
judging somebody is two different things, though. But go ahead.
If they
And
want
you
to
can put
put
your
your
beliefs out
I
without
feel you,
judging
because,
them.
I mean, if you're my friend, you're gonna know my beliefs. Secondly,
That don't mean
if
you have
do-
to judge somebody
I'm
based
not-
upon
I
your
don't
beliefs.
judge them. I don't judge them. Just like a lot of other categories. Just other categories. I'm not even gonna speak on it. But I'm just saying, like,
Oh shit! It's 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
it
it's
really
time
is
to wrap
11
this
o'clock.
up.
We,
Yo,
I mean,
alright,
we did
listen.
start late though, but
DJ
I mean,
Focus podcast with Lola Chanel is from now on going until we decided.
and
Yo,
Shady
listen,
B.
DJ Focus podcast with Lola Chanel is the dopest thing that ever since it hit since the inception of podcast.
And Shady B.
Alright, so look, real quick, we're gonna end this podcast with. Listen, I love y'all opinions.
No, yeah, but it's
Alright,
getting
let's
late.
just end that
This shit was
topic.
fire.
It's getting late.
It's
This
getting-
shit was fire.
We
It's
can do.
getting late.
I don't mind coming again.
So look, this is what we do. This is what we do. We always end with final thoughts.
Okay.
We gonna start with my brother with the beanie. Beanie.
See,
My brother with the beanie. What is your final thoughts for the night?
My final thoughts for the night. Stay to yourself, but love yourself. You know what I'm saying? After all we talked about, at the end of the day, you gotta realize it don't start with nobody else but loving yourself. You know what I'm saying? Understanding who you are as a person, you'll understand somebody else way better. And yeah, leave it at that.
Oh, me?
Yeah, no, that's production worrying about your food. She's like, you're ending the podcast. The pizza's not gonna be here for 30 minutes. Should I
An
cancel
hour,
it?
I said, not 30 minutes.
First of all, don't be contradicting me on camera.
My final
Try to
thoughts.
make it sound better, goddamn.
My final thoughts is basically still saying that feminism for me.
No. No.
To all the females, it don't
Are
matter
you
what.
willing to have a feminism debate with me next week?
Yeah,
All the way.
all the way,
Full on feminism.
full on.
Full on.
So maybe come in here with the black coat.
Black coat. So I have to come in with a black coat and be a black man arguing with a black woman about white people's feminism.
Oh, that's what you want to do then. I got you.
Yeah, because y'all ain't deal with the shit. Like, think about it for 1 second and take this thought with you to next week. A lot of. Alright, go ahead. Alright, my fault. Lola, yo, that's my co-host. She be like,
This
she
text,
tell me,
this text,
do what I'm supposed to do.
This write
She
it
said,
to
listen,
me.
goddamn.
This write it to me. This write it to me, so I know for next week.
Alright,
If you want,
next
if
week.
y'all want me to pull up next week, I'll pull up next week.
Sorry.
Cool, I don't mind. So my final thoughts is, I'm not even gonna, because like interracial or whatever. I'm Panamanian, you Panamanian. You know what I mean? Like we're Caribbean. We're considered like Hispanic and Jamaican. Like we speak Patois and Spanish. You know what I mean? So a whole lot going on. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know? Yeah. Hola, mi amigo. You know, like it doesn't really matter. But what? Did you say chinos? I'm dead. Okay. At the end of the day, my last thoughts is I just want everybody to continue to be like who they are, believe in who they are. If you ever feel like you're down, I hope that you have somebody to bring you up. If you're not religious or not, this is who I am. Look up to God. Pray. There's nothing ever wrong with that. Pray to who you believe in. You know, just never if you feel like that dark cloud is over you, just know that it's always gonna move over. Just know that the sun is going to shine. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is something that I go through, so I want to share that with everybody else, and just know that the cloud is never always dark.
The cloud is never always dark. I like it. I like it. A great life is ruled by silver linings. Look at the silver linings in all clouds. Lola, final thoughts?
I just want to say, do what works for you. Whatever works for you, just do it. You living your life for yourself and your own experience. You know what I mean? You're going to have good days, you're going to have bad days, but just keep pushing. Do what you got to do. Stay hungry. Stay wanting to go out and get what you need to get. You know what I'm saying? And just live your life for you. Don't depend on nobody. You know what I mean? Don't look for no handouts. If you gotta get that shit out the mud, get that shit out the mud.
Okay.
And you know, just if nobody tell you this, I love y'all. Thank you for tuning into the podcast.
Appreciate working with you today.
Thank you guys for coming. I appreciate it.
Lola singing.
And just vibe. You know what I'm saying? And don't be so angry. Just let things go and just like keep it pushing. You know, look at the brighter things and don't look at the negative things. Because when you look at the negative things, that's when your mindset become negative. And just be more positive and just love yourself.
That's it, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Love.
Right.
Love is love, baby.
There's a lot more things to be
Go
angry
focus!
about.
Hey! Is it my final thought yet?
Yes.
No, we're gonna go with you first because I got to do like Jerry Springer.
Thanks.
I got to do like Springer. Nigga, my thought is the final context.
Well, I ain't gonna have much to say because he about to go on for another hour. But
I am though.
but definitely.
Let me start with feminism.
But if I could summarize though, you know, all the inspirational thoughts that y'all had, I'm down with. You know what I'm saying? Definitely, you know, just go with what you go with. You know, live your life. Specifically, each of y'all, we got further debating to do. I ain't get to it, so you know. You're very humble. You know, you can higher your standards a little bit though, and you can definitely lower yours. Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Just saying.
For what?
Just stating the
For what?
you know,
Lower mine for what?
He said you want more.
Lower mine for what? Lower mine for what?
Expectations are a little high.
It's going to be high. That's not what. I'm surprised. I don't give a fuck what nobody's saying. I'm
she
going
got
to
a
keep
whole
my
60% out this motherfucker.
And that's
you
fine.
got one.
It doesn't matter. It's
Look,
different
I don't think Lola needs to
females.
lower her standards as far as the man she's looking for. I just think she needs to lower
Is
her
this a part
standards
two
as far as
conversation?
her
Not necessarily.
expectations
I'm
of
just
that
getting my
man.
final thoughts out. That's
Hold
all.
up. You don't need to lower your
And don't target
expectations.
me. What's wrong with you?
No. You don't need to lower your expectations of the man you're looking for at all. You just need to lower your expectations of what you expect from him.
You just said the
He
same
ain't my man.
thing.
He ain't my man. You got your girl.
She just dating, like she said. She
So-
dating.
Right.
So Lola, of course, will be back next week. She is, of course, it's her show too. This is our show. She gonna come in here, low key disrespected.
Y'all let me know whenever y'all
She ground up in there
back.
with me.
Let us know.
Shay Balls, you can come back next week. You got your final thought. All right, I'm like Jerry Springer. This is my final thoughts.
I said focus Springer. That's
All
not
right, focus, nigga.
focus Springer.
I like this. I like
So-
this.
First of all, you did well. You did well. You did well. You did well. I want to give a big shout out to everybody who attended the podcast and who had their opinions because everybody's opinions have clap. Goddamn it! We gotta get the clap thing on the thing.
The clap thing on the thing.
That is the clap thing on the thing. I've been doing all
Stop
over.
bothering me.
So with respect to everybody's opinion tonight, I disagree and I agree with a lot of people, right? So I'm gonna give my overall exegesis. Big word for you. Exegesis of the podcast, right? Okay.
I'm looking that shit up after.
You were good, but you had a lot of feminist tropes, and I get it.
That's why I got the
I
big.
get it.
I'm not finished with yours.
That's your
great.
belief system,
big
and I
sister.
respect it. But we're going
I'm his big sister.
we're going to react to that next week.
You coming in with the black coat already, so you
I'm
automatic.
gonna quickly say this before that debate even happens. I grew up with all women.
I can tell.
Alright, okay.
See,
Did I-
my final thoughts on the real thoughts. He grew up with all women,
I
therefore he had
secondly raised him.
feminist tropes.
Yeah.
I
You know
get
that.
it.
You know that. You know that's like, you know.
So it is what it is.
Right. Professor, my final thoughts on you were that, of course, you the GOAT, especially when it comes to the behind the scenes. But when it comes to the in front of the scenes, I love the way you give your analytic point of view and make all of us think and react to it. Shay, you're welcome back because I love your vocality, the way you're vocal, the way you address each topic with vigor and zeal and confidence and belief that you know what the fuck you talking about. So
Coming
good
in
job.
here like a strong black
So
woman.
I'm giving my final thoughts. And Lola, I'm not even gonna give my final thoughts on Lola because she the GOAT. She the GOAT on everything in real life.
I'm gonna keep
Thank
it
you,
real
thank
with
you.
y'all.
And she gonna keep it real, but also she's so charismatic that if you connect her to anything you do, you're gonna succeed. Period. That's the GOAT. That's Lola
Thank
Chanel.
you, thank you.
Period.
Shout out
Connect
to
her what
Lola.
you're doing, and you're gonna succeed. Now,
Thank you.
with that being said,
Okay.
here go my final thoughts on the matters. First of all, when it comes to having sex on the first date, listen, there's certain exceptions to the rule, but the rule is if you have sex on the first date, you're gonna fuck yourself over, and this is why.
In the long run.
Not only does scripture, God, morality, whatever you believe in, prove or say or state that it matters, but let's look at nature, right? Women have a lot down there. You gotta go through blood and pain and hurt and turmoil before they lose their virginity. So yes, it matters who you lose your virginity to. Yes, it matters who you let unlock your key. Because if any key can unlock any, if a lock can get unlocked by any key, it's a faulty lock. But if only a special key can unlock the lock, then that lock is worth some shit. So the harder the lock, the harder it is to open it, right? So sex on the first date is always going to be a detriment because morally, spiritually, religiously, and just fucking with common sense.
And nowadays, all you hear is
You
at
going-
the club.
It's my final thought. Not our final thought. It's like, nah. Then that's what you're going to have to deal with, right? You're going to have to deal with that dynamic. Okay. Our next question was the dynamic between the belief in abortion, right? Was it?
That was the last question.
Oh, that was the last question. Prior to that, it was sex on the first
Black
date?
normalized.
Normalized death. So this is how I feel about that. Black death has been normalized since the beginning and the inception of black reality in America. Or just globalization and conquest period. Because everywhere they went, they found black people. If you went to New Zealand, New Guinea, Australia, Antarctica, Africa, South America, North America, Europe, with the Grimaldis, wherever you went, you found black people. So in order for you to effectuate a conquest of the entire world, which is what they did, a globalization, a purposeful underdevelopment of the entire world, right? Then you will also have to acknowledge and realize the fact that, everywhere they went, they found us. So if everywhere you went, you found us, then inevitably to take the land, you got to kill us. So black death is normalized. You look at Darwin's evolutionary theory. He stated that black people came from apes, white people came from us, and white people are the final evolution of black people. Therefore, every degenerate race needs to be wiped off the face of the earth. That's Darwin. Go read his Descent of Man. Go read his evolutionary theory. He believed in black genocide. His first cousin was Francis Galton, who created eugenics, which we talked about. Eugenics was also pioneered by Margaret Sanger, who created Planned Parenthood. So we have a correlation between Charles Darwin, who believed in black death, to Francis Galton, his first cousin, who believed in black death, who created eugenics, to Margaret Sanger, who believed in black death, to the American government who put 80% of abortion facilities in the black community, which is why it disproportionately affects us. Black death. Since 1973, 40% of the black population was murdered in Roe vs. Wade. That's more, since Roe vs. Wade, that's more than AIDS, heart disease, violent crime, cancer, everything combined. Abortion kills us most. So we have that paradigm. Then you have 100 years of lynching, Black Death. You got criminalizing black people, militarizing the police, prison industrial complex, the Tuskegee experiment, the overall experiments they did with black people. We was the first monkeys. We were experimented first. There's a book, go read it, called Black Apartheid, where they detail the iatrophobia between black people in the American healthcare system because of how they treated us.
Just a reminder, I go ahead and check out that yellow, that yellow wall thing that I.
It's my final thought.
I know, but I'm just saying.
So you have that with regards, to Black Death, and then the last point of view was the abortions, which is also Black Death. Remember, the creator of eugenics, Francis Galton, his number one follower, one of them was Margaret Sanger. She created Planned Parenthood.
Do you believe in abortion?
I believe in abortion if the mother is about to die, or if the kid is not going to have a quality of life and is going to live like 2 months. Okay. I don't believe in abortion as a contraceptive. So if you want to remember, 40% of women who have abortions have had 2. So that means they are using abortion as a contraceptive. It's like, yo, you're not using it because you got raped. You had 2. It ain't because you got raped. It's because you decided to use it as a contraceptive. And remember, the other 60%, big shout out to Pearly Things, the other 60% haven't been tested to see whether or not they eventually got abortion. Yep. So what we have is a mass of women who we really view as having abortion as a result of contraceptive. So I believe in it in certain regards, but I do not believe in it as a contraceptive. Pro-life versus pro-choice. My thing is, the opposite to life, the word life is death. It's not choice. It's like, how do you go from pro-life to pro-choice? You should go pro-life to pro-death. Pro-choice to pro-not choice. But this is a political tool they use to get their own agenda off, which goes back to the feminism point. They got their own agendas. Yes, there are women who need to gain more, I agree. But whenever you have a system that uses an ideal or an ideology or ideologues to perpetuate their own beliefs, you're always going to have them using feminism for their own shit. Like, hate your man and kill your kids. Like, how is two of the number one quintessential tropes of feminism is hate your husband and kill your child? That lets you know that it's not about the women, it's about the system. The same industrialist that wanted to take you out the home and put you into the goddamn factories is the same one who want to take you and use you against your own man, which is why welfare is incentivized, father absence is incentivized. They give you money if the man not in the house. All right. I'm preaching to the choir.
Good night, everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for everybody for coming out.
This is Shay Matt Live. Thank you for inviting us.
Final thoughts.
Always.
Wait,
Did you give your final thoughts? Okay, your final thoughts. All right.
Yeah,
cool.
I'm sorry.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming out tonight. Make sure y'all coming next week. And look,
hopefully
whatever y'all do, make sure.
Fun. I like this.
Make sure y'all. Well, next week we got Red McFly. Big shout out to Red McFly. We also got Janice Fleming. Big shout out to Janice Fleming. She got her own podcast on Spotify, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, all that. They'll be here next week. Yeah. Of course, Professor Will See Back and Lola Chanel, my coach, will see back. So,
yes, sir.
With that being said, Thank you for coming out tonight to the DJ Focus podcast, where we focus on everything until your next focus.
DJ Focus.
Until the next podcast, I want you to do two things for me. Stay tuned and stay focused. Peace.